Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device, its specifications, build quality, and feature set, and then give you my general thoughts and opinions along the way. Okay, so let's just get straight into this. So let's cut our way in. Now, while I'm cutting my way in, I do want to quickly mention I am in no way sponsored by VIVO nor any other company, which gives me the nice little benefit of being able to say whatever I want in this video and also give you probably better options than what we get right here. I mean, I already know that I can give you better options than what we get right here, actually. So anyway, let's just continue on. At the end of the video, I'll be giving you a comparison to another device that costs basically the same amount. And from there, you can make a more educated decision of what device you might be looking for and what also you get with it instead of, well, what you get right here. Now, what you get in here is a Type A to Type C charging cable, a 67 hours of battery life based on the energy rating from the sticker, a silicone clear case. This is just the IMEI sticker, so let's dump that. And then you see the device right here. Pretty nice back design. With a little bit of a bump right here for some reason. You can see it barely in the light. There is a bump right here. That's kind of odd. And I can feel it with my finger. Okay. Great start. Great start. Anyway, let's boot it up. Come on. There we go. So, starting with the display, it's a 6.68 inches in size. It's LCD display, unfortunately, with only 90 Hz refresh rate and a peak brightness of 1000 nits with a resolution of 720 by 1608 pixels. So it's 720p screen. Wow. Bold move to release such a phone in 2025 or nearly 2026, but hey, they did it. And also, you can clearly see screen to battery ratio aren't breaking any kind of grounds right here either, being at 84% with a massive chin for, again, phone that was near 2026 release. Only a couple months off of 2026 to be more precise. So display right here is disappointing. Let's call it this way. Now, if we flip it over to the back, there is more disappointment because VIVO is one of those companies that considers that skimming their user base is fine. Trying to give them, show them something that actually doesn't exist in hopes to trick them into buying a device which they would purchase with an idea that they get more than they actually get, is a scam. This camera is a scam. It's not a camera. It's a piece of shit pretending to be one to fool people so they buy this phone. That's what I have for it. So that is actually going to be one of the reasons why I usually never recommend phones that do shit like this. If a phone decides to bullshit about what it has by trying to pretend and mask something to make it look like it's something else, a freaking bump that imitates the look of a camera, which has nothing there, is a scam. I never will recommend this because that's what we can see right here, just from my first glance. I don't know what the hell is happening under the hood right here. I'll need to tear the phone apart to actually know what's inside and what is actually being told truthfully or what isn't. So in any case, continuing on, the only camera right here is this one, and that is a 50 megapixel f1.8 wide sensor that does 1080p 30 frames, unfortunately. And then as a selfie, you got a 5 megapixel f2.2 and yeah, let's be honest, this is not gonna go do any better than the back one. Now, moving on into the internals, we have a 6,500 mAh battery that can be charged at 45 watts. Now, that is actually pretty good. It's a decent battery size, and it's not even a silicon carbon battery, if I remember correctly. Oh no, this one actually is silicon carbon. So this one actually has a silicon carbon battery. So that's why it's actually at 6,500. It can be charged at 44 watts, which pretty respectable charging speed for a budget device. Now where it kind of falls short is going to be the RAM and processor in here. So RAM, storages, and stuff like that, 128 gigs and 4 gigabytes of RAM. That's the lowest end of this device. And you can get up to 256 with 6 gigabytes of RAM. And it is supposedly expandable with an SD card, which you can see right here. So we have dual SIM card support along with a dedicated SD card support. So that's at least pretty nice. Now, the downside here is the Unisec T7225 processor, which is powering this phone. And let's quickly try to take a look at how it compares to what I'm going to be recommending. Oh, come on, seriously? Okay, so I can't even compare it to this. Okay, great. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to be comparing it to crap, but I'm already 100% certain that it doesn't hold a candle. So anyway, one thing that I do want to check. Oh, right, I already did. The price of this device. So this phone, just for reference, as it will become important, costs about 900 PLN. That's the currency that I have right here where I'm from. Now 900 PLN is about 211 euros. So that's how much this device costs. 211 euros. And for that price, the only kind of things that are worth anything here will be the silicon carbon 6,500 mAh battery that can be charged at 44 watts. That's it. There's literally nothing else in here because everything else is just as budget as it can get. The display right here is pretty shit, being 90 Hz LCD IPS with a measly brightness. We have crappy processor, low amount of RAM and storage, though we do have expandable storage, but it's not really a benefit when other devices can do this. Surprisingly enough, though, the device itself supposedly, based on GSM Arena, has a rating of IP68 and 69, dust-tight, water-resistant, high-pressure water jets, and immersible up to 6 meters for 30 minutes. Supposedly the rating for it, which I'm kind of surprised here, but let's assume that it is correct. That could potentially be another positive of this device for this price. Now, for comparison, there is one device that I want to bring up now. And it's going to be a phone that was released actually earlier than this, which just kind of adds, salt to injury. But it's going to be the CMF Phone 2 Pro. That phone was released in April of 2025, while this one was October of 2025. And other than being coming with this slower or smaller battery, being at 5,000 milliamps and charging at 33 watts instead of the 44, it is better in every other way. Some of the most kind of crucial things that it's better at, the ones that usually people look for, will be cameras, speed, and display. Those are the three departments that usually people will pay attention to. And you might be paying attention to all three, to one, or to two. Whichever one you want to pay attention to, in every one of them, that CMF phone, costing the same amount, is better. And we're not talking about a small kind of marginal improvement. We're talking about in cameras. Dual 50 megapixel 1.9 and both 1.9 f sensors, wide and telephoto, which do 4K, 30, 1080p, 60, and 120, though I think 120 is a slow motion, with the selfie being 16 megapixels that does 1080p 30. So again, cameras already better than what we have right here. Processor, Dimensity 7300 Pro. there's no competition. It's going to be much better. Display. It is, I believe, a little bit bigger. Yep, just a tiny bit bigger in terms of size. I'm not going to count that. I think the footprint of the device will be about the same. Just this one has a little bit bigger bezel. So size-wise in the hand, it's going to be about the same. But screen is bigger. And not only is it bigger, it's also an AMOLED display, meaning you have these nice inky blacks. It also has 1 billion colors, opposed to the LCD display that we have right here. 120 Hertz compared to the 90. 2160 Hertz pull rate for touch inputs, opposed to not even rated. And HDR10 Plus certified. No HDR support at all. And a peak brightness of 3000 nits. 1000. So display again just leagues ahead. And furthermore, screen to body ratio is at 86% compared to this one here being at 84. So you get nicer, smaller bezels, and pixel density being at 388 pixels opposed to the 264. Again, massive improvement, and it actually has a Panda Glass Mesh Level 5 as a display right there, so it's also going to be more durable and scratch resistant. Again, massive improvements. So in each one of these categories, the phone is better. Now, it does have one downside. Its rating. It's only IP54 dust protected and water resistant, water splashes resistant only. So you're not going to be swimming with this phone. You're not going to be, dropping it into the washer and having it survive that, or taking a shower with it probably. Though maybe water splashes could potentially, maybe you can get away with that one. But again, this one had much better resistance supposedly. So in general, considering the CMF Phone 2 Pro is going to be better in every department that I think it actually matters, with the downside that, oh no, you can't take a swim with it, I think it's going to be a much better pick over this one at basically the same price. Now, I actually seen the CMF phone be sold at one point for even less than this one, coming somewhere around 700 opposed to the 900 that this one costs. So PLN. Just keep that in mind. So that is like 50 euros less. But I'm not going to count the discounted price that I just saw by sheer coincidence or whatever. Normally, they should have about the same price. So with the same price, you get a much better device compared to this one, with a downside of that water resistance. And in my opinion, that is a trade-off that is worth taking, as a device that is faster and more capable will last you longer in terms of usability and also give you more enjoyment from using it, compared to something that is bare bones and giving you bare minimum. Even I feel like at this price, it's not even doing a great job at giving you what you're supposed to get for this price. So anyway, that's about it. Just my general thoughts about the device and what I would recommend picking up instead. It is, I would say, budget device, but let's be honest. Actually, no, it is a little bit of a budget phone. So it's nowadays, I guess this cuts as a budget phone. There are cheaper devices. Should you go for cheaper? Hell no. I genuinely don't recommend going for the absolute bottom of the barrel. Just because picking up a new phone, specifically, I do want to also give you heads up for this, because this is something that I see quite often. If you are an old elderly person and you're trying to extend your contract in whatever country you live with your cell provider, they will usually try to push you some piece of shit device like these ones right here. And they will be obviously glazing it, telling it that it's a freaking next best thing after sliced bread. And in reality, it's a piece of shit that you're going to be paying a monthly installment payments on it with your phone bill, which wasn't ever worth it. If your phone is shit right now, by all means, switch it to a new one. But by all means, don't spend money on something that isn't worth worth the money like this. Pick something up yourself that you will find better, faster, and more enjoyable to use. If you dislike phones because they act slow and whatever, and you always buy the cheapest shit that a cell company tries to push to you, that's not going to change. They're always going to push the lowest end shit to you. And they're doing it because they probably have some kind of deal to try to sell these devices. So you're not getting the best deal there. You're not getting the best phone. You're not getting the best price for it. And it's just not worth it. At that point, skip the contract like this one. Just extend just the contract, no phone, and buy the phone separately. And buy one that is going to be better and much more user-friendly. A phone that is responsive to your touch inputs and does what you want it to do. It's going to be more enjoyable and will last you longer. So anyway, that's about it, what I got to say. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got the VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to clear credentials on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the options Security and Privacy. Then let's scroll down and find more security settings, and here Encryption and Credentials. At the very bottom of the list we've got the option we're looking for, so Clear Credentials. Let's simply tap on it and tap on OK. As you can see, not only we've got this information, but also this option is inactive, which means that we just successfully removed all saved certificates. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to reset up preferences on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the apps. Then let's tap on See All 71 Apps, and tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner. Now choose Reset Up Preferences, and here your device is informing you what it will actually reset. So among others, disabled app notifications and any permission restrictions. What's more, no worries, you won't lose any app data, so just tap on Reset, and basically this is it. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change the screen timeout on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find Display and Brightness. Then let's localize the option Screen Timeout, and as you can see here we've got some options from which we can choose. At the top we've got relatively short options like 15 or 30 seconds, and at the bottom the longest, which is 30 minutes. So all you have to do is to tap on the option you'd like to use. I'll pick 10 minutes. As you can see, it is immediately marked, and after getting back you can see that it is notified right here, which means that from now on, after 10 minutes of an activity, this device will black out. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to check the serial number of this device. So we will begin with the secret code. We have to open the dialer and enter a code which is *#06#. And as you can see at the bottom of this pop-out window, we've got the serial number of this device. So let's tap on OK. And now another way through the settings. So let's open the settings. Here, let me go back. Here we have to scroll all the way down and open About Phone. Now let's scroll down and find Software Information. And as you can see, on the third position, we've got the serial number of this device. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to check the IMEI number of this device. So let's begin with opening the dialer. We will start with a secret code. Let's open the keypad and enter a code which is *#06#. 06#. And as you can see by this code, we are provided with both IMEI numbers of this device. So let's tap on OK. And now another way through the settings. So let's open the settings. Here we have to scroll all the way down to find the option About Phone. And here scroll down again to find the status. And scroll down again. And as you can see right here, we've got both IMEI numbers for both SIM slots. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change a video resolution on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app. And currently we are in the standard photo mode, so let's switch to the video one. And as you can see, at the very top we've got this option bar, and right in the middle we've got the resolution. So let's tap on it, and in this device we've got two different options, so 1080p, which is currently applied, or 720p. So just tap on the option you'd like to use. It will be immediately highlighted, which means that from now on your device will use the chosen resolution whilst recording a video. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to change the navigation type on VIVO Y21D. To switch between navigation styles, we have to open Settings. In Settings, scroll down to System Management, open this menu. Here, the first option will be the system navigation. And as you can see, we have either 3-button navigation to choose. Then we can also choose which buttons we prefer. And if you want to, you can switch to gesture navigation and adjust the gesture settings. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to reset network preferences on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here, be patient of course, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find System Management. Then let's go to Reset Options, and at the top we've got the option we're looking for, so Reset Wi-Fi, Mobile Network and Bluetooth. So just tap on it, tap on Reset Settings, confirm everything with your screen lock, and here your device will ask you again if you want to do it, because you cannot undo this action, so beware about that, and tap on Reset Settings. And as you can see, the network settings have been reset successfully. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to virus scan your device. So let's begin with localizing the app, which is called iManager. It looks like it, and for sure you've got one because it is pre-installed by the developer. So just find it and tap on it. Here we've got different options, but I want to focus on security scan. Just tap on it, and now your device will basically scan itself in order to find any kind of viruses or malware, and after that it will show you the results. As you can see, everything is alright in my case. However, if the device will find any kind of viruses, any kind of problems, it will show you relevant information and also some steps that you can take in order to get rid of the risks. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to turn off running apps on this device. So let's begin with opening the recents, and depending on what kind of navigation type you've got set, you can do it differently. So if you've got the 3-button navigation, simply tap on the button with a square icon or 3 bars icon. And if you've got the gestures, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device and hold your finger somewhere here, something like that. And here we've got the recents. So if you want to, you can close them one by one manually just by swiping them up, but let's be honest, it is not really the most efficient way. So to close all of them, just tap on this X button at the bottom. And after getting back to the recents, you can see that we've got no recent apps, which means that we just successfully closed all of them. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got the VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to activate automatic software updates on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find the option System Update. Then let's tap on this 3 dots icon in the right upper corner and tap on Upgrade Settings. And basically all you have to do is to make sure that this option here, so Smart Upgrade, is turned on. So if you've got it, if you've got it turned off, if it looks like it, just tap on the switcher here. Thanks to it, your device will not only automatically check for the updates, it will also automatically download them, but also it will install them between 1 and 5 at night when your device is idle, basically when you're not using your device and when you're sleeping, which is great because you do not need to, stop using your device because it will update overnight. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to set the camera timer on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app. And currently we are in the standard photo mode, so all we have to do is to tap on the settings icon in the right upper corner. The second bar is connected with the timer, so as you can see in this device we've got 4 different options, so off, 3, 5 and 10 seconds delay. So let me choose 10 seconds delay, just tap on the option you'd like to use, and if it is highlighted you can be sure that the timer was applied. So now all we have to do is to tap on the shutter button, and from now on our device will count down from 10, 5 or 3 depending on which option you've chosen, and after that time it will take a photo. Okay, if you'd like to turn it off, just open the settings again and mark off, and from now on your device will take photos right after touching the shutter button. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to check for the software updates on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find System Update. Before we'll enter the System Update, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. You can use Wi-Fi or mobile data, it's up to you, but if you'll decide to download the update, then I highly recommend switching to the Wi-Fi. So let's tap on System Update, and your device will basically check for the updates, and you can meet 2 different scenarios. So this is the one where your software actually needs to be updated. Your device will show you the information about the new update, what has been fixed, what has been added, and then you will be able to tap on install overnight, for example, or download if it wasn't downloaded before. And the second scenario is where your device is actually up to date and there's nothing to download. Of course, you will also receive relevant information. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to reset camera preferences on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera. Right now we are in the standard photo mode. You can switch to the video one, Yes, we were on the video mode. You can switch to the photo one. However, it doesn't really matter because we will reset in general settings. So we have to tap on the settings icon in the right upper corner and then tap on more settings again in the right upper corner. Now let's scroll all the way down and tap on Restore Defaults. Tap on Confirm. And as you can see, we just got back to the camera, and here we've got the information about the location, and basically this is our evidence that the reset option worked, because this is the statement, the agreement that will show that will be shown when you're opening the camera for the very first time. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to reset settings on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find System Management. Then let's tap on Reset Options, and here let's tap on Reset All Settings. So here your device is informing you what it will actually do. So it will restore some feature settings to their defaults, including function switches, options, personalized settings, content filled in during setup. Of course, no worries, because it will now remove any of your files like photos, videos, etc. No worries. Tap on Reset All Settings. Let's confirm everything with your screen lock. And here we've got the information that this operation cannot be undone, so of course be aware about that. Let's tap on Reset Settings, and now we need to wait until this operation will be finished. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to show battery percentage on the status bar in this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll down and find Notifications and Status Bar. Then let's tap on Status Bar, and as you can see here we've got battery percentage and style. So the battery percentage is right here. However, it's quite important because the battery percentage in this device is strongly depends on the specific battery style. So for example, in the vertical we can hide it or display it outside the battery icon, so next to it. But when we will choose the horizontal one, we've got an additional option to display it inside the battery icon, as you can see. And in circle we've got the same as in vertical. So this is how you can show the battery percentage just by using a specific option, but as I said, it strongly depends on the specific battery style. Alright, so that'll be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to use Pro Camera mode on VIVO Y21D. So first of all, we're gonna have to open the camera application, and here in the modes section, we're gonna have to select more, and in more, go with Pro option. So Pro mode is basically the default camera mode where you just take a photo by tapping the shutter icon, but what's different is that we can manually adjust things like exposure, ISO, shutter speed, white balance, and also autofocus settings by moving the respective sliders to the right to increase the value and to the left to decrease it. And here you can look for what each setting does to your photo. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If it helps you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to allow unknown sources on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find apps. Then let's scroll all the way down and find Special App Access. Here scroll down and localize Install Unknown Apps. So right here we've got the list of apps which are allowed or not allowed to install some content, and for example, let's pretend I'd like to download the app from a specific website and I'm using Chrome to open it. So just localize Chrome and here tap on allow from this source. After getting back, you can see that the Chrome is now allowed to install some content. Beware, because you're doing it on your own responsibility. Some third-party apps aren't verified by the developer, so you may put your data and actually whole device at risk. So remember about that and choose the apps wisely. Of course, you can always remove previously granted permissions. Just tap on the app and tap on the switcher. And after getting back, you can see that the Chrome is not allowed to install anything. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to enable dark mode on VIVO Y21D. It is pretty easy to do. You can either swipe down the control center of your device and find the dark mode toggle in here. By tapping it, you will switch to the dark mode. Besides, you can also go to settings and find display and brightness settings. And here you can also toggle the dark mode on, but here you can also schedule it. So if you tap on the dark mode, you'll be able to adjust auto on off and either select from sunset to sunrise or add a custom time. And if you select a custom time, you'll be able to set the time of the start and end yourself. Besides, if you go to battery settings and enable battery saver by default, it will also turn on the dark mode on your device. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helps you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to update the apps on this device. So first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required, and I highly recommend using Wi-Fi instead of mobile data. And then let's open the Play Store. Of course, you need to be logged in into Google Play Store, so you can do it on your own, or you can check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device, and you can simply follow it. So now all we have to do is to tap on the circle in the right upper corner, which is your account, and then tap on Manage Apps and Device. Here, let's tap on Updates Available, and as you can see, we've been transferred to the full list of available updates. And basically, it's completely up to you what you want to do here. So you can either update all of those apps simply by tapping on this option, and your device will download all of them. Or you can simply go through the list and tap on Update next to specific app, for example, this one and this one. And now your device will download the updates, and after that, they will be successfully installed and automatically updated. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to soft reset or force restart this device. So this operation will be useful if for some reason your device stopped working properly and, for example, it does not respond to your touches, you cannot open something, you cannot close the app, etc. So to do that, to reset your device, simply press the power button, which is right here, and volume down button together. So the combination of keys that you're usually doing for the screenshot, but press it long enough until you'll see the black screen and then the developer's logo. It should take approximately 10 seconds. So let me try to do it. Let me press both of those buttons together and keep pressing. Obviously, we've made the screenshot, but let's ignore it and keep pressing both of those buttons. And be patient, of course. Here we've got the black screen, which is a really good sign, but keep pressing. I felt the vibration. So I've released the fingers, and now we've got the developer's logo, which means that we just successfully reset our device, and now we need to wait until it will be fully powered on again. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to clear the browser on this device. So let's begin with opening the browser. In my case it would be Google Chrome, but no worries, this operation is pretty similar in all of the browsers which are commonly used, so I'm pretty sure that you will be able to figure out how to do it on your own browser. So just let me go through that. And now all we have to do is to tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner. Then let's tap on Delete Browsing Data, and here we've got some basic options like visited websites, opened tabs, cookies cache, and other site data. Here we can change the time range, it's up to you, and then tap on Delete Data. However, if you'd like to remove some advanced browsing history, like for example saved passwords, then simply tap on More Options, and here we've got them. So saved passwords, autofill from data, and site settings. If you want to remove something, just make sure that it is marked. I will remove everything. We can also change the time range from last hour to, for example, last 7 days, or even old time, it's up to you. And then tap on Delete Data. And as you can see, we just got back to the home page, which means that we just successfully removed everything. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to record screen of your VIVO Y21D with audio. So, to record a screen of your device with audio, you're gonna have to swipe down the control center or quick settings menu or whatever you call it, then swipe to the second page. Here you'll find the record screen option. Just tap on it, click agree. This will transfer you to record screen settings. Here, if you want to record system audio, make sure to toggle switch the second toggle to the right. And then whenever you're ready, just tap start screen recording and the recording will start. You will see the widget on your screen that you can also drag and drop anywhere. To stop the recording, tap on it and then tap the red square icon. The screen recording will be saved to your gallery and you'll be able to quickly preview the screen recording that you made by tapping on the displayed notification on your screen. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to manage storage and free up space on your VIVO Y21D. First, let's open Devices Settings. Then scroll down to RAM and Storage menu. In this menu, you'll be able to check how much storage is occupied, and you'll also be able to check the different categories and how much storage they occupy on your smartphone. If you want to free up storage, you can either go into one of these categories and select the applications that you want to remove, or if you want to just quickly clean up your smartphone, you can go to Manage Storage. This will open the Space Cleanup application, where you'll be able to quickly remove all the excessive data with one tap like this. And you can also go to some additional cleanup and delete some applications that you don't need from your smartphone, just like this. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to use split screen on VIVO Y21D. To use split screen on your smartphone, let's open the first application and let's go to the recents view. So if you have the gesture navigation enabled, you're just gonna have to swipe from the bottom. And if you have the three buttons navigation, then you're gonna have to tap the rectangle icon. After that, tap the application icon and select split screen. After that, you're gonna have to select the second application that you want to put on your display. So for example, let it be Notes, and now we have the Notes application opened along with the web browser, and we can use both applications at the same time. You can also switch the applications positions by dragging this short bar on top of each applications, and also using this bar we can exit one of the apps and disable the split screen. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to clear cache and speed up your device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the list of apps. Then tap on See All 71 apps. And basically this is the list of apps that are installed on this device, and what I highly recommend to do is to go through all of them, especially those which are frequently using, and remove cache. Cache are junk files that are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. Moreover, sometimes they can interfere if they are corrupted, and obviously they are occupying some memory. Maybe not a lot, but still you cannot really remove it by using the standard cleanup options, let's say. So you need to do it manually. So all you have to do is to tap on the app, and then let's go to storage and cache. And here we've got this cache section, so simply tap on clear cache and your device will immediately remove it. So as I said, go through all of those apps and check from which you want to remove cache. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
In this video, I will show you how to enable eye protection mode on VIVO Y21D smartphone. To manually enable this mode, we just have to swipe down the quick settings menu from the top of the screen and tap the eye icon, which will enable eye protection instantly. But if you want to adjust this schedule it and adjust the sensitivity, go to settings and here select display and brightness. In display and brightness, we can also enable this feature manually by switching the toggle to the right, but if you want to adjust it, go to the eye protection settings and here adjust the schedule in order on/off, where you can select from sunset to sunrise, or it's custom time that you can manually adjust in here. And here we can also adjust the intensity of the filter, moving this slider to the left to make it weaker and to the right to make it stronger. And if you'd like to, you can also enable anti-fatigue brightness. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helps you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change date and time on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll all the way down to find System Management. Then let's tap on Date and Time, so the third option. And here we've got the options, the time and the date are right now set automatically. So to change them manually, we need to turn off all of those switchers here. So now we can freely tap on date and change it just by finding it in the calendar, tap on the day and tap on OK. The same situation with the time, just by swiping change the hours and minutes and tap on OK. Here the time zone, we can tap on it, tap on region, and we can choose whichever region you want to. So just find it and tap on it, and it will be immediately applied. Here the time format, so we can either use the local default, which is more or less automatic, or we can manually decide. So now we've got the 24-hour format applied. If you want to use 12-hour one, just tap on the switcher to turn off this option. And this is the whole customization of date and time. Of course, if you'd like to, you can go back to all previous settings and the automatic options just by tapping on those switchers right here. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change the wallpaper on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the option home screen, lock screen and wallpaper. So right here, let's tap on this wallpaper section and tap on agree to give all of the permissions. As you can see, we've been transferred to pre-installed wallpapers from which we can choose. Here in the right upper corner, we can tap on this picture icon and enter our own gallery. So of course you can set your own photo as a wallpaper. Here you can also tap on download more, and you will be transferred to the themes from which you can download the wallpaper. I'm not sure, but I think that you need to have to be logged in or not. You actually don't have to. So let me find something nice, maybe this one. So just tap on the wallpaper, it will appear on the full screen. It will work the same with default wallpapers, and tap on download in my case. Tap on apply, and now you can decide where you want to set it, so as a lock screen, home screen, both, or you can crop wallpaper. I will just leave it like this. So let me choose lock screen and home screen. As you can see, we've got the information that it was applied successfully. We can go back, and as you can see, the wallpaper has been applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to enable and use floating windows on VIVO Y21D. To enable this feature, let's open any applications, almost any, because not all applications support floating windows. For example, most of your games don't support this feature, but your web browser surely does. And after that, we're gonna have to open the recents view. So if you have gestures navigation, you just have to swipe up from the bottom of your screen, and if you have the button navigation, you're gonna have to tap the rectangle button at the bottom of your screen, and after that tap the icon of your app and select small window, and this will open your application in a small window. You can move it along the screen using this tiny bar at the top of the window, and you can resize it by dragging the bottom left or the bottom right corner of the window. And while using this application, you can open any other app, and it will not affect your progress on the inside the floating window. If you want to put your application on a full screen or in the split screen mode, you can just drag and drop it at the top of your screen, and that's pretty much how you use this feature. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to connect your VIVO Y21D to a smart TV. To connect your smartphone to a smart TV, you're gonna have to make sure that both devices are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. After doing so, you're gonna have to, on most TV devices, you're gonna have to access screen mirroring menu. Although it's optional, as not all the TVs require that. But once you go to the screen mirroring menu and prepare your TV for connection on your smartphone, swipe down the quick settings, and in the quick settings on the second page, you'll find smart mirroring. If you tap right here, you'll be able to look for available TV devices. And once your smartphone detects your smart TV, you'll be able to select it here. Well, currently I don't have any TVs nearby, therefore I do not see any available devices. But once your TV appears, you'll be able to tap on it and then select whether you want to project a single application or the entire screen of your smartphone. And then you'll be able to disable the mirroring by going to this menu, to this quick settings menu, and tapping on the screen mirroring option once again. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to use night mode on VIVO Y21D camera. First, let's open the camera application, and at the bottom you will see the mode selection bar. Here we want to select night, and after selecting night, in order to take a good picture in night mode, you either have to use the tripod to keep your camera stable, or just hold your device as stable as possible, move to the dark environment, and after tapping the shutter button, you have to wait for a couple of seconds until the photo is made. After the photo has been captured, the processing will begin, and then you will get a good quality night photo. Although from what I can see, the night mode isn't really that advanced on this smartphone. Maybe let me take another photo. Okay, so from what I can see, the night mode isn't really that good on the smartphone. But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to check the total screen time on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down, almost all the way, because we need to find digital well-being and parental controls. So right here we've got the graph which will show us for how long we've been using this device today. In my case it is 54 minutes, and most of the time I've spent on the settings. We've got also unlocks and notifications count. So if you want to, you can check some further details just by tapping inside this graph, and you'll be transferred to the dashboard where you can choose the specific day and check the details. You can change screen time to notifications received and times opened, and under it you've got the list of apps that you've been using with specific time you've spent on them. Moreover, if you'll decide that you're spending too much time on the specific app, you can tap on it. And I forgot to mention, because you can tap on the app and again you've got the dashboard here, but this time it is tightly connected with this one app. However, if you'd like to kind of limit the time you're spending on this app, you can tap on app limit, on app timer, and then we can set the timer. So for example, if I will set it for 30 minutes, it means that I can use the app for 30 minutes during a day, and after that the app will be blocked. And I think it is a really nice option, at least to start with, to try to limit the time you're spending on the specific app. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change the system language on this device. So let's start with opening the settings. So just tap on the gear icon, and here in the settings we have to scroll all the way down, all the way to find system management, and again tap on the gear icon. Then let's tap on the second option, which is language and input, and tap on languages at the top. So if you can see the language that you'd like to apply here in this list, all you have to do is to simply tap on it, and your device will immediately apply it to the top of the list, and from now on the whole system will be displayed in the chosen language. However, if you do not have your language right here, no worries, just tap on this plus icon, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available languages from which you can choose. So all you have to do is to find your language and tap on it. You can also choose the region, so just choose it by tapping on it, and here tap on this option on the right, basically, I think. Yeah, and as you can see, our language has been immediately applied to the top of the list, and from now on the whole system will be displayed in French in my case. Let me quickly change to English. And if you'd like to remove the languages from this list, just tap on this edit icon in the right upper corner, and here tap on this minus icon next to the language that you'd like to remove, and confirm everything by tapping on the stick icon in the right upper corner. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change the ringtone on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find sounds and vibration. Then let's scroll down. And as you can see here, we've got a separate section for the ringtones, for notifications, alarms, and the ringtone itself. So just tap on phone ringtone for incoming calls. And here we've been transferred to the full list of available ringtones from which we can choose. Those are pre-installed. Here in the system ringtones, at the very top of this list, we've got the option none or no ringtone, which means that after choosing it, your device will not use any kind of sound to notify about the incoming call. And here you've got the option custom ringtone, so you can enter this section and choose something from your own file. So if you've got something, for example, downloaded or recorded, it should appear somewhere here. Alright, so in order to listen how the particular ringtone sounds, you have to simply tap on it. For example, this one. Whoa, what happened? And basically this is how it works. So let's pretend I would like to set this rhythm as my ringtone. So just tap on it, make sure that it is marked, and then go back. And as you can see, rhythm is applied right here, it's notified right here, which means that from now on our device will use the chosen ringtone to notify us about the incoming call. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to block a number on this device. So let's start with opening the dialer, and we will begin with blocking the contact, and after that I'll show you how to enter the blacklist. So now let's find the contact that you'd like to block and tap on it, and here we've got this option block numbers, so just tap. Your device will ask you if you really want to do it, because you will no longer receive any incoming calls or text messages from this number. You can report it as a spam if you want to. I don't want to do it, and then tap on block. And as you can see here, we've got this characteristic icon, which means that the number has been blocked successfully. Of course, we can unblock it the same way, right here, but let me leave it like this. We will check whether it will appear on the blacklist. So now another way, in order to open the blacklist, we need to open the settings. So just tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner here and tap on settings. Now tap on blocked numbers, and this is our blacklist. That's the number we blocked from our contacts. So as you can see, the previous option also works. You can simply tap on add a number and here enter it manually, and tap on block, and it will be immediately applied to the block list, which obviously means that we will no longer receive any incoming calls or text messages from this number. Here at the top we've got also the option unknown. You can turn it on and off just by using this switcher, and basically your device will block the calls from all unidentified callers. If you want to unblock the number, just tap on this X button right next to it and tap on unblock. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I will show you how you can format your SD card. So, to get started, you'll want to open up your settings, and in here navigate to RAM and storage. From the drop down menu right over here, you want to select whatever it says other than this device. This device obviously refers to the internal storage of this phone, while anything else that it says right here, like external or Samsung SD card or anything like that, will obviously be your SD card. Once you select it, you can select Manage Storage right here. Oh, sorry, maybe not this. Can we do it from here? There we go. So we can click right here on the 3 dots and then select Format. And this gets you a quick little message, Format SD card for portable storage. I'm going to select Format. Gives you also another message, first one being just completely incorrect. It tells you that you need to format it. You don't. It's already usable. But the second message here is more important. Formatting will erase existing content on the SD card. To avoid losing content, back it up to another SD card or device. Just going to click on it. And this should be pretty quick. It should probably be right about done. There we go. So click on the button and you're good to go. It's now formatted, and again, it changed the name from external now to Android. So that's about it. Now, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to add the photo to a contact in this device. So let's begin with opening the dialer, go to your contact list and find the contact that you'd like to edit and tap on it. I'll pick this one. So here we've got a strange thing, because usually we need to tap on the edit icon, and unfortunately for some reason the edit icon is not here. It is, but it is hidden under this add contact or something like that. So all you have to do is to tap on this option, and now we've got this edit icon. So tap on the edit icon, and usually you will see something like that. So just tap on add picture, and now we can choose it from different categories. Here we can choose it from our own gallery, from the camera. We can open the camera up and take a photo of someone who's right in front of us. Google Photos, which are backup photos, and illustrations that are free of charge and they are available online. So if you do not have the photo of someone, of this person, you can choose something from those options. But I'll pick something from the gallery, maybe my home screen, the wallpaper. So now in this step, we can zoom in or out the photo and we can change the position of it. And thanks to it, we can decide what we will see after saving the whole contact, because this highlighted circle here is responsible for it. So position it just like you want to, and then tap on choose. Now let's tap on save in the right upper corner, and as you can see, this is how our contact will look like. Of course, you can see this photo on the contact list, for example, and during all incoming calls from that specific number. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to enable the developer options on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll all the way down to find the option About Phone. Then let's localize a special number which is called build number, and we will find it in software information, so just tap on it. As you can see here, we've got the build number, so keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're in the developer mode. If you've got the screen lock, your device will ask you to enter it to confirm the whole step, but no worries, it's normal. After that, so after activating, we have to go back to the general list of the settings and go to System Management. Here we've got the developer options, so let's tap. And as you can see here, we've got plenty of advanced settings which we can customize, and basically everything works the same, just like in the regular settings. So if you want to turn on something, just tap on the switcher on it. So let me scroll to find the option that will actually show you maybe point the location. As you can see, it will be immediately applied, and of course you can turn it off the same way. If you've got the options without the switcher, simply tap on them to open more options to choose from. If you're done with customization of developer options, you can turn them off. Just tap on the switcher, which is pinned to the top of the screen. Just tap on it, and the developer options will be turned off. Okay, just like that. But for some reason our device still wants to have it turned on, so you, instead of tapping on OK, just tap on cancel, and as you can see, most of the options will be inactive and the developer options should disappear from the system management. But of course, no worries, you can customize them again. Just go back to the build number step and keep tapping. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to fix VIVO Y21D overheating issue. First of all, I recommend temporarily removing the protective case of your smartphone. This will improve the heat dissipation. And after that, we want to, give me a moment. After that, we want to close all the background applications we have on our smartphone, so nothing consumes our device's battery in the background. And to prevent further background battery usage, let's enable battery saver in the quick settings menu. Also, you can reduce brightness. This will also reduce the overheating. And if you are playing a game, then you're gonna have to disable the power boost. So open the sidebar, go to performance panel, and make sure to either use balanced or battery saver in here. Also, restart your smartphone to quickly reset the temporary memory. So let's press power button and volume up keys at the same time and select restart. And then leave your smartphone like this for maybe a couple minutes, maybe up to 20 minutes in a well-ventilated area, and it will cool down by itself. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to set up Face Unlock on VIVO Y21D. First of all, we're gonna have to open Settings, and in Settings we have to scroll down to Security and Privacy menu. Open it, then go to Device Unlocking, then select Face. And here, if you didn't set up the basic password for your device yet, then you'll be able to choose one of the three additional password types. So I preferred pattern one, but you can also choose PIN or password. Then you're gonna have to enter your password twice, tap next, then enter it once again. And then before adding the face unlock, I also recommend wiping the surface of your frontal camera using a microfiber cloth. Select your lock screen notification preferences and tap down. Then select Enroll Now. Make sure that the lighting in your room is set. The lights in your room are set properly so you can see your face in the camera, and make sure that the lights are facing you and not your device's frontal camera too. Tap Enroll Now, and then position your face directly in the circle while looking at your device's camera. Tap OK when enrollment is completed. And now to unlock your device using your face, simply lock it, then look at your device's camera, and this will unlock your phone. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to save battery and get 3 days of battery life on VIVO Y21D. So the first and the easiest way to do so is to enable the power saving mode. And we can also customize it if we go to Settings and scroll down to Battery Settings right here. So here, enable battery saver simply by switching this toggle to the right. But if you don't want it to do everything that it does and you want to customize it, just tap on it without switching the toggle, And here you have some additional settings like reducing screen timeout duration, reducing screen refresh rate, and turning dark mode on. All of these additional power saving strategies can be disabled. However, each of them help you save some additional battery of your phone. Besides, one additional thing is that if you want to save as much battery as possible, your device should be in silent mode. So switch from the ring mode to silent mode. Besides, we can also disable the haptics. To do that, go to sounds and vibration, then scroll down to touch vibration and vibrate when the other party answers or hangs up. Well, the second option, I think it can stay enabled, but as for the touch vibration, disable it, as haptic module can also use up your device's battery, and disabling it for overall use can also save you a lot of battery time. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change the keyboard language on this device. So let's begin with opening the app that will provide you with the keyboard. So for example, messages, notes, browser, settings, whatever. Just have the keyboard on the screen. And we need to start with tapping on this gear icons, so the settings. If you cannot find them here, no worries, just tap on this 4 dots icon, and here you will find the settings. So just tap on it and tap on languages at the top. So here we've got the list of all currently applied and added languages. We've got only English, so let's start by tapping on Add Keyboard, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available keyboards from which we can choose. So all you have to do is to find the language and tap on it. You can choose the region, so just tap, and let me maybe pick something more, the language which is more graphical, maybe this one. Yes, so here we've got the keyboard types, and basically it depends on the specific language how many of them you will have here. So you can have only one, like in my case now, or you can have up to 10 different keyboard layouts. So just mark the option that you want to use and tap on Done. As you can see, it has been immediately applied, and before I'll show you how to remove the language from this list, I'd like to show you how to use the keyboard with 2 or more languages added. So here we just go back to the keyboard, and as you can see, we've got the hint, we've got a new icon which is called globe icon, thanks to which we can change the layout. So now we've got English, and after tapping on the globe icon we can switch to another language. Moreover, the spacebar, it's not empty anymore. Right now we've got the name of the language we are currently using. Alright, so to remove the language, let's open the settings again, tap on the languages here, and tap on this edit icon in the right upper corner. Mark the language that you want to remove, and tap on the trash bin icon, and we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to fix battery drain issues on VIVO Y21D. So in case your battery is draining excessively, that most commonly means that some application is consuming more battery power than it usually does. And to do that, to fix that, we're gonna have to go to the settings and find the battery menu in here, open it, and scroll down to the bottom of this menu. Here you will see the most power consumption applications. And besides, we can also check how long this application has been working in the background. And if you want to prevent some application working in the background, select it right here and switch the allow background usage off. This way you will restrict background usage. It will prevent this application from working in the background and consuming your battery power while you're not using it. Besides, as some general tips, you can adjust and enable battery saver. To enable it, just switch the toggle to the right, or just go to battery saver icon in the quick settings menu and tap on it. And this will also increase your battery life significantly. You can also adjust the battery saver settings in the battery saver menu in here, so you can enable or disable some things that we have here. And besides, we can also disable haptics. That also use a lot of our battery, and manually adjust the brightness level of our device. To disable haptics, however, let's go to Sound and Vibration menu, then scroll to the very bottom and disable touch vibration option. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I will show you how we can insert SIM and SD card into this device. So, to get started, you'll want to grab one of these, a SIM eject tool, which will come provided with the device in the box. Typically, it looks like just a piece of metal with a pointy end. Now, if you can't find it, you could use a paper clip, straighten out one on the ends, and it should work just as well, as long as it doesn't have that plastic wrapping. If it does, cut it off. Now, anyway, once you have either one of those, you can then pop out the tray, which is on the upper left side of the device, so right over here. And you can see we have an insert area right here. So push the pin in there, and the tray will pop out, enough for you to pull it out. On the tray, you have space for 2 dedicated SIM cards, and 1 dedicated SD card. Now, keep in mind, these cards are just strictly laying on this tray. They're not being secured in any kind of way other than by gravity. So when inserting it back into your device, be careful. Sometimes they tend to pop out of its place and start wedging themselves when you're trying to put the tray back in there. So if for some reason it's not going in too easily, pop it out, make sure everything is still in place. And once you've inserted, these cards should start working right away. Hence why it's prompting me to confirm my SIM card pin. And I also have a notification about SD card. So both of the cards are working just fine. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to set up dual SIM on VIVO Y21D. This smartphone supports 2 physical SIM cards, micro SIM cards. Therefore, you just have to insert them into the SIM card tray. The SIM card tray is located on the left edge of the smartphone. So in order to open it, we're gonna need a pin-like tool. It most probably comes with the smartphone in the box. So look around your box. You should find it there. And to open the SIM card tray, you have to carefully insert this pin-like tool into the tiny hole on top of the SIM card tray and push it inside. The tray will jump right out. And after that, you will see your tray. So the spots that is closer to the tray opening is the SD card spot. So we have nothing to look at here. So here we have the slots for 2 SIM cards. So that's where you place both of your SIM cards. And after you place them here, you just place the tray back inside your smartphone like this. push it inside. Your smartphone will detect the SIM cards automatically, and then you'll be able to set them up by going to settings, going to SIM card and mobile network settings, and here you'll be able to choose which SIM card does what simply by increasing the brightness slightly, and then, as you can see, you can select the preferred SIM for mobile calls, mobile data calls, and SMS. And you can also go into each SIM card settings in here. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel. Leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to set the app lock on your VIVO Y21D. First of all, we're gonna have to open settings, and after that we're gonna have to find and open security and privacy menu. So let's scroll a bit down until we find it right here, tap on it, and then we're gonna have to scroll down to app encryption option, tap on it, and provide a new privacy password. So by default we have a 6-digit format, but if you want to change it to a different one, you can tap the option on your screen. So right now I already have set up a privacy password for my device, therefore I'm just gonna enter it. In case it's your first time entering the password, you're also gonna have to confirm it in the second field, and after that you're gonna have to select the security questions which you're gonna need to answer in order to set up the recovery way to restore your password in case you forget it. And after that, select the recovery email for your privacy. Okay, so right now we just have to select an application that we want to encrypt. So for example, let it be our Brave browser or calculator, calendar, and then we can also adjust the app lock time. So after the screen is locked, or after some time after the screen is locked, then we're gonna have to unlock our device. And now to access some of the locked applications, we're gonna have to enter the password, the privacy password that we previously entered in settings, and this will unlock the application for us. To unlock the applications, go to this menu once again, and then switch the toggle to the left next to the application that you want to unlock. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change, or actually how to apply the nightlight and how to customize it. So we will begin with the customization of the nightlight or icon for mode, and after that I'll show you much faster access to it. So let's start by opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find display and brightness. Then let's localize eye protection, and let me tap on it in order to customize it. We will start with the scheduling this option, because as you can see I've got the schedule, because it stays off until 6 p.m. I want to turn it off, so let me begin with this auto on off option. And as you can see here, we've got 3 of them, so we can turn it on at custom time and choose the start and the end time. We can turn it on from sunset to sunrise, and here your device will automatically decide when the sunsets and sunrises are. It is location based, or none, which is the manual option, and I'd like to keep it that way. So let me now turn on the eye protection, and as you can see the screen turns a little bit yellowish. It is in order to filter the blue light. What's more, it will be much easier for you to look at the screen at the dim light, so if you're a night owl, then I highly recommend to use this mode. Here we've got the intensity, so by going to the left we can make it cooler, it is actually invisible, and by going to the right, warmer. So obviously set it on the option on the intensity which is the most comfortable for you. And here we've got also something which is called anti-fatigue brightness, So the screen brightness will be gradually adjusted based on the screen on duration and the level of eye strain, relieving your eye fatigue. So you can turn it on or off just by using this switcher. It's up to you. And this is the whole customization. If you'd like to have much faster access to this option, simply unroll the top bar. Let's unroll it fully. And here we've got this eye protection icon. So basically tap on it to turn it on now, and tap on it again to turn it off. To turn it on, sorry. And tap on it again to turn it off. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to add the fingerprint to this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the option Security and Privacy. Then let's go to Device Unlocking and choose Fingerprint. So because I do not have any kind of screen lock method applied right now, I need to choose pattern, pin or password. If you've got one, you will be simply transferred to another step. So I'll pick the pattern, let me quickly draw it, tap on next, redraw it and confirm. Here the notification content, so just mark the option. And now we can finally enroll the fingerprint. So the fingerprint sensor is localized on the power button, which is on the right. So all we have to do is to put our finger on the sensor. First of all, tap on enroll now, tap on agree, and now put our finger on the sensor and do it multiple times in order to add the fingerprint fully. So try to catch every part of it for better recognition. As you can see, the scanner is quite sensitive, I would say. It really catches previously scanned area. I cannot really add it twice, which is maybe not confusing, but it's hard. Okay, so we just successfully added the fingerprint. Just tap on done. And the fingerprint section, where we can decide for what we want to use our fingerprint for. Here we've got the unlock method, so we can touch or press. To be honest, I think that this first option is much easier, because you need to simply put your finger on the sensor without putting and pressing it. A fingerprint list, so this is the fingerprint we just added. We can rename it or remove it, add another fingerprint, verify fingerprint, and the privacy statement. So all we have to do right now is to lock our device, and let me put my finger on the sensor. And as you can see, the device is unblocked, which means that we just successfully added the fingerprint to it. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to add or remove a Google account in this device. So before we'll start, make sure that you've got the internet connection, because it is required. You can use Wi-Fi or mobile data, it's up to you. And then let's open the settings. Here we have to scroll and find users and accounts, and tap on add account. Choose Google. Again, make sure that you've got the internet connection. Just verify if you've got your screen lock applied. And here in this step, we can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone. So let me do it. Oh, no. Okay, and tap on next. It might take a while, so be patient, because sometimes connecting to the server is hard. Alright, so here we have to enter the password. So simply do it and tap on next. Here we've got two-step verification, so just give me a second. Alright, so here we can choose who's going to use this device, so just mark the option and then tap on next. Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can tap on them to learn more, and tap on I agree after reading. Here you can decide whether you want to use biometrics to verify purchases. It's up to you. And as you can see, we just successfully added our Google account to this device. If you'd like to remove it, it's really easy. All you have to do is to tap on it and tap on Remove Account. Tap on Remove Account again. Tap on OK to confirm. And verify that it's you. And as you can see, it will immediately disappear. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to customize home screen on VIVO Y21D. To customize your device's home screen, all you have to do is hold your finger down on an empty space of the home screen page, and then you can select one of the pages on your home screen and drag and drop some icons you see right here to adjust elements on your home screen. You can also remove the elements from your home screen by tapping the white circle in the top right corner of each application and tapping remove to remove them from your home screen. You can also adjust add widgets by tapping widgets and selecting the widget that you want to add, or an application from which you want to add a widget. You can also add some of the custom clock widgets in the clock menu. And besides, we can also adjust colors and styles in this menu. We can change wallpaper if you'd like to. And by switching the toggle to the right, we can adjust the preset color for our home screen. We can also pick colors from the wallpaper. And if you would like to, we can also apply this color to all the icons on our home screen. And I seem to have missed something. So we also have wallpapers, where you can change the wallpaper of your home screen. And besides, we can also go to home settings, where we'll be able to disable, for example, this Google search from the home screen. So let's go to home settings, and here we can change things like home screen style, home screen layout, sliding effects. Then we can lock layout. And here we can disable Google Discover and to also change some additional settings. As you can see, that's basically it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will quickly review the dual speaker sound quality in VIVO Y21D. So to perform this test clearly, I just want to remove the case first to make sure that speakers work just as intended. We'll also set the volume to the maximum, and in a moment I'm gonna play some music for you. Okay, so that's it. Now let us know what you think about the sound quality in the comments. As for me, I personally think that is not the best dual speaker stereo effect that you can get from a smartphone, although they actually managed to add some immersive effect to the sound of it, which is of course great, but you be the judge in this case. So thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video I will show you how to use Ultra Game Mode on VIVO Y21D. To use this feature, let's first adjust its settings. So let's go to the settings application and scroll down to Ultra Game Mode settings right here. Open this menu and enable the game sidebar by switching the first toggle to the right. Then we'll also be able to enable this feature for basically any application on our smartphone. It will automatically be assigned to games on our smartphone, but if you want to make sure that it was assigned to your game, then go to Supported Games menu and switch the toggle to the right next to the game in which you want to have the sidebar. Here we can also adjust the esports mode, which is primarily to keep you from distractions during your gameplay, and also the off-screen autoplay. We can also adjust the game light effect and sound quality and effects in this menu. And we can also adjust do not disturb multitasking here. And to start using the mode itself, we're gonna have to run some game on our smartphone, then open the sidebar, which can be opened from the top left corner of your device's screen when it's placed horizontally. Here we can adjust use some game tools like the previously mentioned esports mode, mistouch prevention, background calls, eye protection mode, bypass charging if you want to charge your phone during gaming, screen recorder, and for the performance, go to performance panel, and if you want better performance in game, select boost. Normally to prevent overheating, use balanced, or battery saver if you don't want to lose much battery power during your gameplay session. And you can also adjust the refresh rate and either enable smart switch or force up to 90 Hz refresh rate in your games. And you can also choose which network you want to use during your gameplay. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video I will show you all the ways to take a screenshot on VIVO Y21D. So the easiest way to do that is by holding down the power button and volume down key at the same time for about a second. This will take a screenshot and save it to your gallery immediately. Now, if you want to enable the gesture screenshot, go to Settings, then scroll down to Accessibility Settings. Here we have Shortcuts and Accessibility. Open this menu, and here you'll find something called Super Screenshot. If you tap right here and switch the toggle to the right next to Gesture Screenshot, you will enable 2 additional gesture screenshots. So one of them is the quick gesture screenshot, which is done simply by swiping down the 3 fingers from top of your screen. And we can also take an area screenshot. If you want to take an area screenshot, you can either swipe down to an area that you want to take a screenshot of and then release your fingers and save the screenshot by tapping save to make it this way. Or if you want more precision, just put 3 fingers on your screen and then swipe down to the point, to the end of the screenshot basically. This way you will see an area that you want to be screenshotted. And the last way to take a screenshot is a long screenshot. To take a long screenshot, we're gonna have to enter the expandable page. So let me, for example, enter Wikipedia. Now we can take a screenshot in any way that we like, excluding the area screenshot. So we can either take a quick screenshot using 3-finger swipe, or we can use power button and volume down key shortcut. Then we're gonna have to tap long screenshot beneath the notification that we receive, and then if you want to stop scrolling, just tap on your screenshot and tap save. And that's how you take a long screenshot. You can also change the screenshot and make some adjustments after the screenshot is made using this toolbar in this super screenshot editing menu. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to use your VIVO Y21D as a Wi-Fi hotspot. To share your Wi-Fi from the smartphone, first of all, you're gonna have to be connected to some kind of network, most probably the Wi-Fi, or you have to enable mobile data on your smartphone. And if you are connected to the Wi-Fi or have mobile data enabled, go to settings and open SIM card and open more connections menu right here. And here we will see hotspot and tethering. And if you go to this menu, you'll be able to turn on the Wi-Fi hotspots simply by switching this toggle to the right. Now to configure your Wi-Fi hotspot, tap on this option. And here you can change the hotspot name, the security. So if you want more devices to be able to connect to your smartphone, switch it from WPA2 to WPA/WPA3 personal. And we can also see and change the hotspot password in here. We can set the one-time mobile data usage limit so that other devices connected to our network cannot abuse our mobile data limit. And we can also set the maximum number of connections here. We can also turn on and off the automatic hotspot disabling, and we can adjust the band. So if we select 2.4 GHz band, we'll make basically our hotspot compatible with almost any smartphone out here. And if you want better speed but less compatibility, switch to 5.0 GHz. And that's pretty much it. We can also enable the portable hotspot straight from the quick settings menu. All we have to do is swipe down the quick settings menu and find hotspot in here. Just tap this icon, make it turn blue, and this will turn on your hotspot. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to change 3 buttons navigation to the gestures and from gestures to 3 button navigation. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll down and find System Management. Then let's tap on System Navigation. And of course, here we've got our 2 options. So first of all, let me switch to 3-button navigation. So just tap on this first option, and right now we've got the 3 buttons applied to the bottom of the screen. Here you can customize the layout. So for example, you can change the back button and the recents. I mean, you can reorder back button and the recents depending on which configuration is more comfortable for you. And you can also change the icon style. So here you've got those lines, and the second option is, I mean, we've got shapes in it. So obviously it's up to you which option you prefer. So this is how to use the gestures, how to set the buttons, sorry. And obviously this is the back button to get back to the previous page, here home page, and here recents. And if you'd like to set the gesture navigation, just tap on gestures, and the 3-button navigation will immediately disappear. You can also show the bottom bar, which is in my case hidden, but of course by turning off this option we can apply this this line at the bottom. I think I like to have it hidden. We can decide whether we want to swipe horizontally to switch between apps. I'll show you later on. Here we've got also a gesture navigation tutorial. So of course, if you want to, you can go through it and learn how to use the gestures. And here swipe to bring up digital assistant. Again, it's up to you whether you want to use it or not. So in order to get back to the previous page, just like by using the back button, you have to swipe your finger from the side to the center of your device. And if you can see this arrow, you can release the finger. And the same situation from the left side. If you'd like to get back directly to the home page, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device and make sure that this motion is quick and short, so something like that. And if you want to open the recents, repeat the gesture, so from the bottom to the center, but hold your finger somewhere here, like that. And here we've got the recents. Moreover, if you want to quickly switch between 2 apps, all you have to do is to swipe your finger at the bottom of the screen from the left to the right or right to left, just like that. And you can switch between apps. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to enable the Google backup on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll and find System Management. Then let's tap on Backup and Restore. And here we've got our Google server, so just tap on Backup. And before we'll start, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required. You can use Wi-Fi or mobile data, but to be honest, I highly recommend using Wi-Fi to avoid some additional charges because of the backup. So let's tap on Next and tap on Add Account. Okay, verify yourself, so use your screen lock. Here in this step, you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone, so let me do it. And tap on Next. So right here we have to enter the password. So just do it and tap on Next. Just give me a second for the verification. And now we need to decide who's going to use this device, so either you or your child. Just mark the option and tap on Next. Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. Here we can decide what kind of data we'd like to backup, so photos and videos or other device data, but for some reason we cannot really choose the photos and videos, at least in my case. I'm not sure what's going on, but usually you can pick both. So I'll pick other device data, tap on Manage Backup, and now let's tap on Other Device Data. And here, as you can see, we've got some further details about our account. So for example, how much space we've got left. We can manage the storage. So for example, remove some unnecessary files. Under it, we've got backup details, so we can check what has already been backed up. Advanced settings, right here, but I highly recommend to keep this option turned off so you can avoid some charges. So to finish everything, simply tap on Backup Now, and now your device is backing up the data. Of course, you need to confirm everything with your screen lock. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to resolve Wi-Fi connection issues on VIVO Y21D. So, in case your smartphone isn't connecting to your Wi-Fi, or basically the connection signal is weak, then first of all, before troubleshooting the issue on this device, try connecting to the same Wi-Fi network using your other devices. So, for example, your laptop, your PC, your tablet, your other smartphone to the same Wi-Fi network, and make sure that everything works fine with them. And if the problem is only visible on your VIVO, then we're gonna have to fix this issue. In order to do that, what we want to do is first of all go to settings, and then open Wi-Fi. Then we want to forget the current the Wi-Fi that we're currently connected to. So select your Wi-Fi and then select forget. Then select it once again from the list. Enter Wi-Fi's password. Tap connect and let your device reconnect to the Wi-Fi network. If it doesn't help, you can also restart your smartphone by pressing power button and volume up key at the same time, and then restart. You can also restart your router. This may help as well. And if this doesn't help you, then go to System Management in Settings. Here you'll find Reset Options. We want to select Reset Options and then Reset Wi-Fi Mobile Network and Bluetooth. Select Reset Settings, enter your pattern to confirm or password, and confirm once again. Once you see the message that network settings have been reset, you can reconnect to your Wi-Fi network. However, be aware that this reset will also affect your Bluetooth connections. So you're going to have to repair your Bluetooth devices as well. Okay, so now let's try to enter the password once again. Tap connect. And after that, the problem should be resolved. If it's not, then connect to mobile data on your smartphone. If you have the SIM card inserted, go to System Update and make sure to download the latest software version on your smartphone. The issue should be resolved afterwards. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to set up Do Not Disturb mode on VIVO Y21D. So first of all, we're gonna have to open settings on the smartphone and go to sound and vibration settings. Here we're gonna have to find Do Not Disturb. Here it is. To enable this mode manually, just switch the toggle to the right. We can also enable it from the quick settings menu. If we go to the second page of the quick settings and tap right here. But in this menu, we can also schedule it and adjust it to our needs. So for example, the calls. We can select start calls, which means that selected contacts, the favorite contacts basically, can make calls to us, or we can allow all the contacts calling us by selecting this option, or we can select anyone if you don't want to restrict calls when you are in Do Not Disturb mode. The same for the messages and applications. So here we can add applications that can interrupt our Do Not Disturb or focus mode. And in alarms and others, we can also adjust the alarms that can be ringed during D&D session. And we can schedule our D&D either for sleeping or event. For the event, we're gonna have to select the event from the calendar, or we can add a custom schedule by tapping the add, and then we can either use bedtime or some specific time or an event. And we can adjust the duration for manual settings, so either until you turn off D&D, or for 1 hour, or ask every time. And we can also change the display options for filtered notifications, so whether we want to hear no sound from notifications, no visuals or sound, or we can customize the settings for the notifications. And as you can see, we have a bunch of different restrictions, customization settings. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got VIVO Y21D, and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalization. So let's begin with opening the settings, and we can start with the private DNS. So let's scroll all the way up and go to more connections. Here let's tap on private DNS and mark private DNS provider hostname. Here let's enter dns.adguard.com and tap on save. Thanks to setting private DNS, your device will limit the advertisements. Now we can also turn off the personalization. So let's scroll down and go to Google Services. Now let's tap on all services and go to ads. So right here we've got something which is called advertising ID, and removing it will not necessarily limit the number of advertisements that you will see, but for sure it will limit the personalization. So just let me give you the example. Let's say I was looking for a lamp. I wanted to buy it to my living room. I was looking for it using my phone, and after that my device will simply shows me a lot of advertisements with this specific lamp, or the different variations of this lamp, or different offers from different shops, or some items that could be useful for me for the living room. And this is what the advertising ID does. It simply gathers the information about your research, etc. And after that, based on this information, it will show you the advertisements. So we can simply reset advertising ID, tap on confirm, and then delete advertising ID in order to make the advertisements less personalized. And another way, which I also highly recommend, is to limit the notifications, because sometimes we've got the apps that are showing us the advertisements in this notification center. So we can simply turn off the notifications. Just tap on the app, find the app that is showing you a lot of advertisements, tap on it and hold it, and then go to App Info. Now let's go to notifications. And here we've got different categories of the notifications, and I highly recommend to find those which are kind of connected with the advertisement. So for example, payments, deals, recommendations, something like that, and simply turn off the switcher which is next to it, or simply make them silent. It's obviously up to you. But of course, if you don't really need the notifications from this app at all, just tap on this allow notifications at the very top. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to fix the screen freezing issues on VIVO Y21D. So if the screen of your device is frozen, you're gonna have to restart it or turn it off. So normally you would do this by pressing power button and volume up key at the same time. And to turn it off, tap power off. To restart it, select restart. But in case your device is completely frozen and you cannot reach this menu, you can force force shut down your device by holding down the volume down key and the power button for over 10 seconds. Just keep them both pressed together until the screen of your device goes off. This will indicate that your device is shut down. After that, we want to turn your device on once again, but in the recovery mode where we'll be able to clear the cache. So let's hold down the power button if you already see the logo to turn the device off. Okay, hope that it's gonna turn off eventually, but if not, we can turn it off after it boots into the system. Okay, so let's repeat the process, but this time let's power it off. Once it's powered off, we're gonna have to press and hold both power button and volume up keys at the same time. You will see the fast boot mode on your screen. Here we want to use the volume down key to switch to recovery mode and press power button to confirm. And once your device enters the recovery mode, we're gonna have to clear the cache of the smartphone so that it can start working. So here we want to select clear data, then clear cache. Okay, and as you can see, the cache wipe is complete, so now we can return. Now go back to recovery mode and select restart, or you can select enter safe mode to see if so basically your further steps are this: select restart and try using your device once again. If everything works fine this time, then there's no need to do anything. After that, the problem is resolved. If the device still freezes, you can enter the safe mode, and if everything works fine in the safe mode, then it means that some third-party application is causing your device to freeze, and you're gonna have to delete it in the safe mode. And if safe mode freezes too, then you're gonna have to perform a factory reset operation, which you can do by going to clear data once again and selecting clear all data. So let's just restart our device, and that's basically it. So thank you for watching this video. If it helps you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to set up fingerprint on VIVO Y22D. So first of all, before setting up a new fingerprint, I would remove the phone case until the fingerprint is set up, so that we can place the fingertip on the fingerprint sensor more accurately. And to do that, we're gonna have to first access the settings menu on the smartphone and find security and privacy menu in here. Open it. Then we're gonna have to find the device unlocking. Go right here, then go to fingerprint. But if your screen lock isn't set up, then you're gonna have to set it up first, although we'll be able to do that straight from the fingerprint setup menu. So just use the secondary unlock way for your smartphone. It can be a pattern, a PIN code, or a password. I prefer the pattern. So to set up a pattern, you just have to enter it twice, then tap OK, and then we're gonna be able to set up the notification preference. So you can either choose to always show your notifications, show after unlock, or never show. Let's keep it at always show. And after that, we're gonna have to place our finger on the sensor, which is located straight on the power button of this device. But before we do that, let's make sure that there are no stains on the power button itself, so that we can be sure that fingerprint gets enrolled correctly. Let's use a microfiber cloth to wipe the surface of the button, and after that let's proceed by adding a new fingerprint to our device. So tap Enroll Now, and then place your fingertip on the sensor, and then lift your finger once you feel the vibration, and this way try to add as much of your fingertip as it is possible, also the edges of it. So basically this way you'll be able to unlock your device way easier. Once the entire pattern on the screen is filled, we can tap done, and we can start using our fingerprint right now. So just lock your device and then place your fingertip on the on the power button, and this will unlock the phone instantly. However, if something is wrong, you can also make sure that your device is updated. So just scroll to the system update section in the settings. Make sure to connect to a Wi-Fi, and then check whether you have the latest system version. And if you do, then just restart your smartphone to make sure that the changes were applied. So press power button and volume up key at the same time, then select restart, let your phone reboot, and after that your fingerprint unlock should be working just fine. So right now we can place the smartphone back into the case and continue using it with the fingerprint scanner and the fingerprint unlock enrolled. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to hide applications on your VIVO Y21D. To hide apps, we have to open Settings on this device and then scroll down to Security and Privacy menu. Here it is. Open it, then scroll down to the very bottom of this list. Here you'll find App Encryption and App Hiding. In this case, we are interested in App Hiding. Once you enter this menu, you're gonna have to create your privacy password. So if you are confused by enter, it actually means create a new privacy password. So let's enter it right here. If you don't like the 6-digit format, you can of course select and change password type right here, and then you're gonna have to verify your new password. Then select some security questions. So if you don't like the security questions here, you can change them to some other ones, and then you're gonna have to provide a password in order to be able to reset your password. So let's provide the answers and tap next. Then select the security email address and tap OK. And then you'll be able to add some apps to hidden apps so that you can see them on the main screen of your device. To hide an application, you just have to switch the toggle to the right next to it, just like this, then confirm. And then you can also adjust the settings of hiding. So see whether you can either hide them on screen lock. You can of course unhide them. You can also hide the applications after a selected period of inactivity. And so basically, if you hide on screen lock, that means that each time you lock your phone, the hidden application will become hidden, and then once you unhide them, they'll be seen until you have locked your phone. So now if you want to see your applications straight on the home screen and use swipe up with the fingers gesture to view the hidden apps, you can enable this feature by switching this toggle to the right, and then also enable verify privacy password, so that you're gonna have to enter the password after performing this gesture. And otherwise you'll be able to see your hidden apps in this menu in settings. So let's enable this additional feature and let's try to see the hidden apps. So I swiped up with my 2 fingers on the home screen, as you see, and it requires a privacy password so that I can see the hidden apps menu. And here is my hidden app. As you can see, we can also set up the fingerprint or use fingerprint to unlock hidden applications. Let's return to app hiding. And to unhide an application, just switch the toggle to the left next to it. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helps you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I'll show you how we can put this device into safe mode. So, to get started, you will first want to access the boot options, which we can do by holding, apparently not just power button, power button and volume up. No, sorry. And in here, you want to hold power off. This in turn gives you this window right here, reboot to safe mode, with a quick message. Do you want to reboot into safe mode? This will disable all third-party applications you have installed. They'll be restored when you reboot again. I'm going to click on OK and just wait for the device to boot back up. Now, as you can see, the device booted back up, but I will probably get a pin for the SIM card to show up first, potentially. Okay. In any case, we have this watermarking right here. It lets us know that we are in safe mode, and this will matter because on the second page you can see, wow, that took a moment. And on the second page, you can see we have a bunch of applications that will not work in this mode. And you can clearly define them as they are now gray and semi-transparent. And any application that you have installed yourself after the setup is falling under that category. It won't be able to work in this mode. And even if you try to open it up, it gets you a pop-up, downloaded apps disabled in safe mode. Now, this mode is designed for troubleshooting purposes. If, for instance, maybe you created some kind of application, like an app developer would, and you're testing it out and something went horribly wrong and that application is just messing about your device, you can't get rid of it or anything like that, you could just simply boot the device into safe mode and that application can no longer do anything as it no longer can run. So you can manage it from here, fix it, reboot the device, and you're good to go. Which, let's reboot our device to leave this mode. There we go. So we're gonna select restart now, and let's wait for the device to boot back up. And I'm also gonna pop out the SIM while I'm at it, just so it doesn't give me that annoying pop-up again. And as you can see, we're now back in normal mode. One thing that I do want to point out, sometimes when you enter safe mode, when you enter it, it turns on airplane mode, but when you leave it, it doesn't always turn it off. So if you see an airplane icon somewhere in here, like exactly like this one, just find it somewhere in this list and just tap on it to turn it off. It should look like it does right now with a white background, or black one if you're using dark mode. And yeah, this will ensure that you have mobile connection to so you can receive calls and all that. But anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I'll show you how you can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down from the top of your screen like so. If you do have your toggles and notifications separated, you will need to do it from the right side. And swipe down again to extend the list of visible toggles. Somewhere in here, we should have our Do Not Disturb mode. Now, if you don't see it, like me, could potentially mean that I need to either put on my glasses or we need to add it. I'm going to stick with the second one, that we need to add it. So, as you've seen, you can click right here on this icon, and somewhere in here we should be able to find it. Okay, never mind, it's not here. Okay, so it must be added in. And there we go. So I should have put on my glasses. In reality, I was looking for a moon icon instead of this one, so it's just on me. But there we go. That's what you're looking for. Once you find it in here, hold it, and this will quickly take you to the settings. Now, in the settings, you can customize how the mode will function once enabled, and most importantly, we have things like calls and messages in here that you can customize. So you can select who can call you, and you have options between favorite contacts, contacts, anyone, and no one, along with a secondary option right here, allow repeated calls. So if someone calls you twice within a 15-minute period, they will bypass whatever you have selected right here. Okay, so messages has the same options, just minus the repeated colors. And then we have other things like, for instance, apps, so you can select which applications can be still annoying you even when the mode is enabled. And we have alarms and other interruptions, as well as below we have a schedule. So in here you can select a fully automatic schedule, so the mode will turn on and off at a specified by you day of the week and time. And you can create multiple, have them all running at the same time if you want to. It's completely up to you. Now lastly, an option that I recommend changing is this one, duration for manual settings. This is, I can't figure out why manufacturers can just stick with one naming scheme or name it something that isn't stupid and like completely undiscernible on what the hell it does. But let me just be here to explain what it does, because apparently that's what I'm here for now. So this option, even though it's moronically named, what it does is defines what happens when you manually tap on the toggle in here. So it's basically settings for toggling it on. And by default, it's set to run until you turn it off, which poses a problem that if you forget about it, it's just going to stay on. But we do have luckily other options, like, for instance, the timed one, which can increase. And we also have ask every time, which, if selected, gives you these two options every single time you tap on a toggle. I personally like to select it on a timer, something like 4 hours, and just have it set to that permanently, but it's up to you which option you want. Now there is no more options in there, so I did close it up. And as you've seen already, whenever you want to turn it on, just find the toggle and simply tap on it. Now, because I do have to choose which one, I can just click, turn on, and I'm good to go. Now, if you didn't change the setting and it's going to run until you turn it off, you need to then go back in here and tap on it once more to obviously disable it. And if you set up a schedule, you don't need to do anything. The phone will be doing that for you. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to transfer data from your old phone to your VIVO Y21D. The quickest way to do so is using the devices settings, so we have to open them first, and after that go to System Management on your Vivo, find the device clone option, open it, agree to terms and conditions, and then select this is a new device to indicate that we want to transfer data to this phone. Then we're going to have to select the operational system of the old device. In my case, it's going to be Android. And then we're going to have to scan this QR code, but we're going to have to scan it in the Easy Transfer application or Easy Share application. And to install the application itself, tap Install Now right here. And after that, scan this QR code to install the application. So grab your other smartphone, open the camera on it, navigate to the QR code that you see, and open the website. Tap Downloads, then install this app. Wait until it's installed. Also gonna lower the brightness a little. Let's open the Easy Share application, tap Agree. Okay, and then we're gonna have to, if you want to transfer just several files, you can use file transfer option. But if you want to basically transfer the entire smartphone, use the device clone option and tap right here. Now select this as an old device, tap Authorize Now, and then you're gonna have to give this application a bunch of different permissions. So select while using this the app all the time. Sometimes you're also gonna have to go to settings and allow some permissions by switching the toggle, just like this. Then tap back and authorize it for everything basically, because it really needs access to everything in order to transfer all data. And after that, we'll be able to scan the first QR code. So this one. So let's align the camera just like this. The devices will connect to each other. Tap Connect to confirm. Okay. And then you're going to have to select the data, but it seems to me that the Easy Share on my smartphone on my Vivo is outdated. Therefore, to update it, let's go to the Applications menu and find Easy Share here. Then hold your finger down on it, tap App Info. Then let's I wonder if I click open. Okay, so okay, I was hoping that we'll be able to open the application in Google Play Store, but since we're not, let's simply open the Play Store and search for Easy Share in here. And then just find the installed application, and we're gonna have to update it. Okay, so at this point we can continue and select the data that you want to transfer, for example, the apps and personal data, then you're going to have to tap next. And then, as you can see, some data will be overridden. That means that some apps will be overwritten from on Vivo, since our previous smartphone had some different applications. When you're ready, just tap start exporting and then wait for the transfer to be finished. Okay, in my case, the data export took less than a minute, and as you can see, the operation is finished, so we can return to the home screen. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I'll show you how you can enable power saving mode on this device. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down from the top of your screen. If you have a separation between toggles and the notifications, make sure you're then from the right side. Next, we can swipe down again to extend the list of visible toggles here, and we would be looking for the power saving mode, or battery saver as it's named right here. If you can't find this toggle on any of the pages, you can click right here and then find it somewhere below here. Once you do, you would hold it, you will have a vibration, at which point you can then drag it to the list right here, drop it, go back, and it would stay added. Now from here, find the toggle, tap on it, gives you a, I would say, quick message, but this one is a little bit lengthy. Basically tells us what will happen. Let's click on turn on. You can see dark mode is enabled, refresh rate is reduced, background app activities kind of terminated, and some other things will be also happening. So that's one thing. Once you're, I don't want to turn it off, you can find the toggle, tap on it once more, and you can see it's now disabled. One more thing, if you ever need to have something a bit more intensive in terms of power saving mode, we do have additional mode called Super Battery Saver right here. Now this one limits you quite significantly in what you can do on your device. I'm going to enable it just so you can see what that will look like. There we go. You can see it removes wallpaper. It removes a bunch of applications from the home screen. There's no more app tray. Terminates literally every application that is running in the background and only gives you access to these, though you can add additional ones. Notifications is also kind of toned down and what's in here. And this mode is just straight up designed to preserve as much battery as the phone, let's say, can. Now, in here, unfortunately, Vivo doesn't give us any kind of timers. So if we go into the settings for the battery by holding it, you won't have any kind of information on how long the battery life will last. Actually go back to the settings and to battery. Or it does tell us. So it looks like it might actually take some time for this to show up. Previously, I've noticed that it never really showed it, but this device has been here at the office for quite some time, so I think it needs some time to learn how you use the device. And from there, it gives you an estimated time on how long the battery will last. So you can see right now it gives us 11 days and 9 hours, which is honestly doubtful, but okay. Now, if we turn on battery saver, it should change. Or not. Okay, by all means, just stay the same. Yep, still the same. Let's try the Super Battery Saver and let's see if that will do anything. Settings? Hello, can I like go into the freaking settings? Settings? Hello? It's alphabetically organized, so where the hell is it? Okay, guess I'm not going to be adding settings. Yeah, it's not here. Okay, so I guess we can't check out that other option because it just doesn't let us know. But in any case, turning on normal power saving mode, as you've seen, and here didn't. And that is a massive battery difference now, from 11 to 8. Okay, this is all over the place. It should still say 11 days at best. So I'm not sure what the hell is happening right here. But just keep in mind that, number one, this doesn't get impacted by settings such as battery saver or any other changes. And it also looks to be incorrect. I mean, number one, 11 days before was pretty excessive for battery life. And it just decided to change for no reason, I think. So be aware of that. Maybe check yourself by turning on, power saving mode, see how long the battery lasts with it on. Do the same thing for normal mode, check how long the battery lasts, and that will give you a little bit more of an insight into how long the actual battery lasts instead of this number that potentially is incorrect. In any case, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I will show you how you can import your contacts from the SIM card to the device. So, to get started, you will want to open up your contacts application. Now, first time around you might get this page to sign in. We can just skip this. It's not a requirement. And next, we can navigate to Fix and Manage, and then Manage SIM. This in turn will show you all the contacts that are located on your SIM card, and by default they would all be selected as long as none of these contacts already exist on the location that you're going to be importing them to. And speaking of that, right here under the Manage SIM and your first contact, you should have a drop-down menu. By default, it most likely is right now showing your Google account, but you can extend it and also choose something else, like for instance the device. I do recommend doing so, as importing it to the cloud to your Google account seems fine, but personally I'm a kind of privacy advocate right here, and I just find a problem with the fact that when I'm importing contacts of anyone, have the ability to circumvent their permission of sharing their own personal data with Google by me doing this for them without ever asking them for consent. Seems a little bit problematic to me. And obviously this is Google is kind of circumventing asking them for consent by getting it from you, which is just kind of scammy bullshit. It's as though, what, I'm going to tell you, it's okay. You can go to Google headquarters and steal their AI servers. You know what? While you're at it, burn it down too. You get my permission. You can do that. That's basically the equivalent of what Google is trying to do right here. They're trying to get a consent from someone else. So why should you ask for consent to steal their servers when I can give it to you willy-nilly? So it's about the same kind of principle right here. And if you rely on your contacts kind of being available to you on other devices, like cloud does allow you to, what you could potentially do to mitigate that problem, if you want to go with that privacy portion, you could just download an application from Play Store that allows you to create a backup of your entire contacts list. It would create I believe it's called a VCF file, and that file can be basically emailed to yourself or moved to a SD card and moved to another devices and clicked on without needing that application again, and just extracted straight to your contacts list. And it's also a pretty nice backup in a way. But anyway, going back to here, you can see I have these contacts. They're already selected, and if some of them are grayed out and deselected, they already exist where you're trying to import them to. You can obviously deselect them yourself as well, and from there let's click on import. Now what you might expect, or not expect, but get here as well, as I started seeing it, is a pop-up right when you import your contacts asking you to delete the copies of imported contacts from your SIM card. Contacts that haven't been imported won't be affected. Now, you want to keep them. There is no reason why this piece of shit application should be ever messing about with your contacts that are stored on a physical storage that you own. The reason it shows up here is because Google is such a nice person that they're trying to delete your backup that doesn't make you rely on them. By getting rid of the imported contacts, later on they can be pestering even more about, you have contacts that haven't been imported to the cloud. It would be such a shame if something would happen to them and they would just vanish. So how about you import it to the cloud? How about no, because you have them already on your SIM card and potentially on that VCF file instead of the cloud. So obviously keep them. They don't get in your way. It's a moronic thing, as if the message tells you to delete contacts, you can put contacts on there. You know, while I'm at it, I'm going to go to my car. I'm going to siphon out with a little rubber hose the gas from my tank, so I can go to the gas station and put more gas in there. Seems like a same kind of logic right here. So one last thing that you might also get was an import pop-up right here every single time if you are signed into a Google account. I'm not, as you can clearly see, but this could be potentially showing up right here when you open up Contacts application. Luckily, you don't need to do that almost at all, because after you import your contacts, you can obviously be going through the dialer and finding these contacts right here, which doesn't give you the same bullshit. So that's at least nice. And one more thing that I want to point out, a reason why I recommend importing contacts to the phone itself and skipping Google altogether is because if we go to edit one of these contacts, this is all the information that you'll be sharing with Google. So assuming you fill it out. So you have things like your photos, or the photo of a contact more like, first, last name, company name, multiple phone numbers, which you can label them all, email addresses, date of birth, and then we also have more fields, which gives you address where they live, websites, relationship, I don't even know what that is, and notes and so on. So there is a lot of personal information that the person of this contact would, for instance, belong to, well, might not want to share with Google, but you're basically doing that for them. So anyway, that's about it. So I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your portable hotspot. So, to get started, swipe down from the top of your screen. If you do have a separation between toggles and notifications, do it from the right side, and then swipe down again to extend the list of visible toggles. Somewhere in here, you should find your hotspot toggle. For me, it is visible on the first page, but there's multiple. And if you can't find it on any page, click right here on this icon, and then find it somewhere in here. Once you do, hold it, and once you feel a vibration, you can drag it to this list, go back, and you can see it stays added. So anyway, now that it's in here, first time, hold it, and this will quickly take you to the settings. Reason for navigating to the settings is that you will find password in here that is completely randomly generated. So without navigating here, you have no way of knowing what it is set to. We're going to get rid of it and then set up our own new password, which will need to have at least 8 characters in length. Now that can be letters or numbers, or both, and I'm just using numbers for simplicity. Now we have additional options in here, like AP band, which probably, well, actually contains both of them, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. This could be potentially a useful option for you if you live in a densely populated area like New York City, but I doubt you own this phone if you live in New York City. So anyway, the benefit of the 5 gigahertz over the 2.4 is the fact that in densely populated areas, networks like this can interfere with one another, specifically the 2.4. While 5 gigahertz can theoretically do that too, the frequency is much more like open for it, so that is a less of a problem with the same amount of signals. But for instance, 2.4 also has the problem of, for instance, interacting or sharing the same frequency as most smart home devices. So any kind of smart bulb, if it connects to network, well, it uses 2.4. So a single household can have dozens of different 2.4 gigahertz signals, which therefore could obviously create that traffic, those interference with one another, and yeah. Now, I personally have never experienced this, so I don't even know what to look for or how to define what will happen, but I could only guess that, for instance, your network could be dropping out, the connection to your, to the device, the internet might not be loading, or any kind of problems, just general problems like that. And if you have such a problem, all you need to do is swap it to the 5 gigahertz. But I do want to point out 5 gigahertz is an improvement over the 2.4, not only in the interference kind of problems, but also it improves on how many devices can be connected to that kind of network, the speed of that network, and the latency of it, which for mobile network, only the interference part really matters. Rest of it, you're most likely bottlenecked by your mobile provider anyway. And last thing is, and that one will be the most important, if you select the 5 gigahertz because you have some kind of problems with that interference, if the device that you're trying to connect to this hotspot with doesn't support 5 gigahertz, you just will not see this hotspot at all. So for instance, if you're trying to use your hotspot in a coffee shop on a laptop that you brought with you, you turn on the 5 gigahertz. If that laptop is old and it doesn't support 5 gigahertz, you won't be able to connect to it. You would need to go back here and change it to 2.4 and just deal with that interference. Now, another thing to mention when it comes down to this, easy way to define what supports what. Well, easy, maybe not so easy, but anything that is labeled with Wi-Fi, just Wi-Fi, supports 2.4. No problem, it does it. Now, anything that is labeled as Wi-Fi 6, I know that it seems like a missed opportunity considering we have a 5, but anything that is labeled as Wi-Fi 6 supports the 5 gigahertz frequency. Now, to add a little bit more info, which isn't really apparent right here, there's also Wi-Fi 6E. Now, those devices have 6 gigahertz network or frequency. Again, like I said, a little bit of a missed opportunity there for naming. It almost like we could have just kept 5 and then put a 6, but whatever. In any case, once you set this up, I have a couple of additional options in here. So one-time mobile data usage limit. So you can set this up when you turn it on. That's how much data you will be able to use through that single usage, and it resets every time. So you can choose whatever limit you want, but it's up to you. Maximum number of connections, I personally like to select it to 1. It's not a freaking server right here, so yeah. And that's really everything that there is to the settings. Last one, just as a quick mention, is the name, which you can change, but it's the name of your phone every time, so that makes it a little bit easier to locate what kind of Wi-Fi you're looking for. So anyway, let's close this up. There's nothing really to save there. The changes are applied immediately. And let's find the toggle and just simply tap on it to turn it on. Now, one thing to remember is hotspot does consume more of your phone's battery, or in this case, maybe not more, but what it does is turns off your Wi-Fi. Or not. Oh wait, no, there we go. So, no, never mind. Wi-Fi is actually on, my bad. So I just didn't realize that this got swapped. So yeah, Wi-Fi stays on, so yeah, it will consume more of your phone's battery. So once you're done using it, you can just simply tap on it like so to turn it off. And in case, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I'll show you how you can capture a screenshot on this device. So, to get started, you will want to open up content that you wish to capture. For me, that will be the home screen, which is already open and visible on my display. Just make sure that whatever you want to capture on that screenshot is right now visible for you on that screen, and once that is the case, simply press the power button and volume down at the same time. Get a little sound with a pop-up, gives you a long screenshot, and also gives you the ability to share it. And first time around, it also gives you an info that it can do the same thing using a 3-finger swipe down gesture. To demonstrate it, there we go. Whichever one you use, it's completely up to you. They all work the same way. Now, once you capture your screenshots, you can find them all by going into your albums or photos, whichever one you prefer. I prefer albums as it's not from Google. And in here you can navigate to albums. Actually, you have to navigate to albums. As you can see in the photos, screenshots and screen recordings do not show. And in here, look for an album called Screenshots. In this album, you'll find only screenshots and nothing else. So it makes it super easy to find whatever you would be looking for. Now, I do want to point out one thing that you sometimes might encounter, which is applications blocking the feature called drawing over other apps. I think that's how it's called. It's basically what screenshots and screen recordings rely on to be able to see the screen while it's being captured. And such an application, one actually exists in here, is this one, Netflix. It comes pre-installed with the device. Let me just turn on Wi-Fi. So there we go, it's open right now. You can see I'm not signed in, by the way, and this application never gives you any kind of requirements to allow it to do anything, to agree to anything when you open it up. So I have never given it any kind of permissions, by the way, nor have I agreed to terms of service or use, which I have no problem recommending something else because I have never agreed to this bullshit. So anyway, if you try to capture a screenshot in here, you get this. Taking screenshots isn't allowed by the application or your organization. Okay. In any case, apparently application that never even asked me for that. And I, by the way, I'm the owner of this phone here, or not necessarily, but it's your phone, for instance. This application right now tells you what you can or cannot do on your own phone. Excuse me, what the fuck? On what grounds? I have not given this piece of shit any kind of shred of ability to do anything. So you can go fuck yourself, and I'm going to be showing you how you can circumvent this stupid, conniving piece of shit bullshit. Because, let's be honest, it's not your job to protect Spotify or Netflix or any other streaming platform from piracy, which is what they're doing. They're abusing a feature that is designed to protect you as a user, and they're using it for their own benefit without ever even asking you for permission to do so on your phone. How about no? So, I do want to, before I show you how to circumvent this bullshit, I'm going to quickly mention this feature in itself isn't bad. It's designed to protect you, and it's most commonly used in bank applications, which, as an example, if you imagine that you have some kind of malware on your device that is using screenshots or screen recordings to try to figure out what your pins or passwords to your bank is when you're typing it in, you can imagine how that would be very unsecure for you and your bank specifically. So because the banks use this, if any kind of malware like that would exist on your phone and it's trying to use screenshots or screen recordings to get this info, or what it gets is just a straight up black screen in recordings, and in screenshots, well, it just cannot take them. So you are safe, and that's the purpose of it. Netflix isn't protecting you. It's protecting itself from piracy, like you should give two shits about it. So, for that reason, we can open up our browser. Assuming it's going to open. Ah, there we go. It finally opens. And I previously was showing a website called peacestream.mov. Now, that website was basically a alternative to something like Netflix and any other streaming platform, which contained all of the different streaming platforms content that was free for you to watch. And because it would be running on a browser, you can capture screenshots or record screen without a problem, and websites cannot block you from doing so. So that was a nice kind of way, but because PStream, potentially because I was showing it, has been taken down through like DMCA, whatever, instead now I'm going to be teaching you how to fish so you can feed yourself for life. So instead of showing you a website, I'm showing you how to find all of these websites, as there's multitude of them. Now, we can use any kind of search term, for instance, like free alternatives to Netflix or something like that. Or we can, for instance, search also for PStream alternatives. There we go. Now, if you get any kind of AI overview, completely ignore this bullshit. It's only giving you a single good recommendation, which is Streamio. This actually is a pretty good one. It is a application though, and it can work through torrents if you add a plugin, which needs to be downloaded separately. And it's actually a pretty solid app, I'm not gonna lie. But if you don't want to download any applications, you can navigate to Reddit. And wow, would you look at that, r/piracy. And look at that, we have a nice link of different things right here that you can utilize to basically navigate to these websites and then play the content that you wish to screenshot, which you should be in your damn right to, as it's fair use, and then you can share it. And especially when you're paying for this content, this is not really breaking any law, as you're already paying for this. The application, I believe, should be more... I would believe applications breaking more laws than you are by taking a screenshot over content that you already are paying for through some other means. And because you're not actually sharing this content, it's not really piracy. And if you're paying for it, again, that's also not really piracy. Sharing that content as well, the screenshot of something that you captured, it's under fair use. As long as you're not capturing 24 screenshots per single second of 30 minutes of whatever you're watching, then that might be a little bit more iffy, but a single screenshot is fine. Even recordings of it under, I believe, like 30 seconds are fine as well, under fair use. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a VIVO Y21D, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, you will want to probably first back up your device. So I'm going to talk about this for a brief moment, like 5 minutes or so. So if you don't care about this, you can feel free to skip forward. But because resetting your device removes all your data, if you want to keep some of it, like photos, videos, application, contact, messages, so on, it's probably best that you'd back it up. Now there is, I believe, 2 different ways we can back up our device. Let me quickly check. Yep. So we have Easy Share. This one will be probably my favorite one, assuming your other device that you would be, I don't know, moving towards to, or you have an old one, is a VIVO. As this application is used only between VIVO devices and to move data to a VIVO device. If you have some other phone, old one or new one that you would be moving to, old one being used as a storage of data, new one if you're just migrating to it. So whatever the device is, the second one, you would need to download the application of that device. So as an example, if you have Samsung that you want to move the data towards right now as a backup of it to it, or migration to it, whichever one you want, you would need to download Samsung's application that does the same exact thing and functions basically the same way, but Samsung has a version of this called Smart Switch. So you need to download Smart Switch on this phone and then use that application to move data to the Samsung. You're always going to be downloading the application of the phone that you're moving the data towards, and you need to download it on your older device that isn't of that brand. If, for instance, both devices are Vivo, they both come pre-installed with these applications. If both devices are Samsung, Samsung already comes pre-installed with Smart Switch. Now, other applications for other devices, Xiaomi uses Mi Mover, OnePlus and Oppo use Clone Phone, Huawei uses Phone Clone, Motorola, I think, has a Moto Move, and well, that's all I remember. So, in any case, you can use any of those. Not every brand does have this kind of application, though, keep in mind. So this one will be the best one, as it allows you to move all the data regardless of where it's from, how much of it is. But if this isn't an option for you, you could always back it up using the Google Backup under Settings. And let's navigate to, I think it's going to be, let's see, User and Accounts? No. System Management? Yeah, System Management. And you have it right here, Backup and Restore. And this is Google Backup right over here. You can utilize that, but let me click on it. In here, you can see photos and videos and other device data. So these are two different categories. Photos and videos are basically, if you're using Photos application from Google, you probably by even mistake agreed to it when it gives you this bullshit pop-up sometimes where it says let's go. Yeah, it's a let's go to yoink all of your data so Google can teach their AIs using your photos, basically. And if it's checked right here with the green little check mark, that means that it's being uploaded. Now keep in mind, photos, even if it's checked, is limited to 15 gigabytes, as this is your free storage from Google for your Google account. If you have more than 15 gigabytes of photos and videos, it's not being all backed up. So make sure everything is there. And you can quickly check also what is backed up and what isn't by going to your browser on your computer, navigating to Google Drive and signing in with your Google account there and going to the Photos section and seeing what's been uploaded. Second one is device data. And it says right here that it backs up. Keep in mind, it says backup, which clearly backup, the way I'm understanding it, it's create a copy of your personal data in the cloud so you can access it later on. In any case, it tells you that it does that too with contacts, call history, device settings, apps, app data, SMS, and MMS messages. Now, it's actually not doing that. It's bullshitting you that it's doing that, because the things that it actually backs up will be things like messages, contacts, and so on. That's fine. It's not taking much space, so big whoop. And it's benefiting to Google, as you know, it's just more data that they can feed to their AI and also sell for advertisement purposes and make money off of it. But what does matter is the applications. Applications that didn't originate from Play Store are not backed up, which means this is incorrect. And furthermore, applications that have been backed up, supposedly, let's say a user emulator, will not be restored if an application no longer exists in a Play Store. User emulator here is a good example, as I believe that was the emulator that was present on Play Store. And then because Nintendo, Avengers of lawyers, got to the creator, he pulled the application from Play Store, fearing for his livelihood, basically. So he got bullied into submission by piece of shit Nintendo. And that application is no longer available on Play Store, but you could have downloaded before that happened. So you could still potentially have it on your phone. You backed it up. When you're trying to restore it, the way Google restores applications is by re-downloading them from Play Store. It never backed it up. It just kind of gave itself a little sticky note that all of these applications are present. Download them from the sticky note, whatever is listed right here, from Play Store. If such a thing doesn't exist on Play Store anymore, well, it just gives up and doesn't do anything with that specific application. So it's awful in this aspect. But anyway, this should be good enough for you to know how to back up your data now. So let's move on to actually resetting it. And we can do so by going into our settings. Just back out in this case. There we go. To settings. And from here, you want to scroll down to System and Management. And in here, you will find Reset Options. From the options, you want to select Erase All Data, Factory Reset. This presents you with the data that will be removed, which includes things like I mentioned before, music, photos, downloaded apps, and so on. So anyway, we're going to select Erase All Data. And if you have a screen lock, you will need to confirm it from one page to another. I don't have it, so it automatically jumps to this page. Now I can select erase all data second time, and this will begin factory resetting this device. And because this is a slow device, I presume this will take probably 2 to maybe even 3 minutes to finish up. So I'm just going to let it run through and come back once it's been completed for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished, and you can set up your device however you like. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me I have the VIVO Y21D, and today I'll show you how you can record screen on this device. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down from the top of your screen. Now, if you have the separation between the toggles and notifications, you would have to do it from the specifically right side. And in here we can swipe down again to extend the list of visible toggles, where hopefully we can find our screen recording. For me, it is on the second page. Now, if you don't see it anywhere, you can click right here on this weird icon. Find it somewhere right here, and once you do, you hold it, you'll have a vibration, at which point you can just drag it around, drag it to the top list, drop it, and when you go back, it would stay. So anyway, once we have it here, first time around, I recommend holding it, which I think even when you press it, it actually brings you here anyway. Let's quickly check that. Yep, that's the same thing. So in here we have a couple options. We have display touch trajectory, or basically touch inputs more like. I will keep that on just so you can see how that looks like on a video, as it might be a little bit distracting, so you will be able to see if that is something that you want to use or not. Next we have record system audio and a microphone below that. Now you can enable both of them if you want to, or just one or none. It's completely up to you, but if you're planning to use both system and mic, I would recommend using some kind of headphones, as what will happen is the system sound is recorded software side internally, then it gets passed through the speakers, at which point microphone might pick it up second time, creating an unwanted echo effect. Now lastly we have the picture quality, which is set to high. There's also low. We're just going to keep it at high. And we can disable notifications. But anyway, that's about it for the settings. So let's click right here, start recording. And you can see it's now recording right here. So whatever you'll do right now, for the most part, will be recorded, but there is a little bit of a caveat, which, let's turn on Wi-Fi. Hopefully, apparently I don't have anything signed in. So you know what, I'm going to do this, pause, and I'm going to connect to network. There we go. And we can resume. Okay. Now the reason I connected to network is because I do want to showcase one thing when it comes onto screen recording. So let me just there we go. Let me just open up something like this. It comes pre-installed, so I have no problem shitting on this. No. Apparently it's doing that on its own, so let's try it again. Now this isn't the fastest device. There we go. So I do want to point you out to one thing. I am not signed in, nor do I actually own a Netflix account, nor have I ever did. So I have never agreed to terms of service or use, and this application was not installed by me. It came with the device out of the box. So anyway, you can see there's content visible right here, and Netflix trying to sell you their own garbage. So anyway, let's just close this. And we can also stop the recording now by clicking on this square right here. And this will save your screen recording to your Photos application. Now, we have photos in here, as you can see, and we also have albums. Now, I do prefer everything that isn't made by Google, so I'm going to stick with albums. And under albums specifically, you want to navigate to screen recordings. And here you can see it. Now, whenever you see this dot, oh, there we go, it was visible for a moment. There we go, this one right here, when I'm kind of like scrolling, it's kind of barely visible. But yeah, that's basically where my finger was pressing the display, and that's the touch trajectory option. Now, I do want to point out what you're about to see is just a not very common thing. This feature that you're about to experience is used by applications that either try to protect your privacy and security, such as bank applications, or by scammy streaming platforms that basically make it your job to protect them from piracy, like you should ever care. So for that reason, I'm going to be actually showing you in a moment how you can circumvent this bullshit, because let's be honest, none of you have signed up to it. I most certainly did not, and this is Netflix open in a second. There we go. That's everything that I get to see on Netflix, by the way. I wasn't signed in, nor have I ever gave permission for Netflix to be able to do this. It decided that on its own without ever even consulting me about it. Now, I find this to be an absolute unacceptable behavior right here. So because of that, I'm going to be closing this and showing you how you can basically say fuck you to Netflix and watch it for free on anywhere else you want, which will also allow you to capture it, capture screenshots or screen recordings, which you can share. I do want to point out, if you're paying for this, obviously there's nothing wrong with doing so. And additionally, even that being said, if you're planning to record shows, movies, or capture screenshots, as both of them fall under the same category, technically, you can record, legally speaking, record shows fully. You just cannot share them. At that point, that would be piracy. So that's one thing. Now, you can share snippets of it under specific time frames, or like, I don't know, 15, 20, or 30 seconds. I don't remember what it is, but it's basically under fair use. If you fall under that, there shouldn't be any kind of problems if you share a clip from a show, if it's under or falling under the fair use in that specific length. So that's So that's out of the way. So let's get into our browser, and I won't be exactly showing you where to go to a specific website, which, can you stay open for fuck's sakes? Great. Great design. Okay, let's find something that actually works. Is there no other browser here? There looks to be literally no other browser. For some god-awful reason, this piece of shit from, of course, Google doesn't want to work. Okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to bring my phone, because typically this should be working. I just cannot be bothered to figure out why this piece of shit isn't working right now. So what we're going to do is bring my phone, which doesn't have a mental fucking problem working. But it also has the same kind of limitations. So here, what I can do is navigate to pstream.mov. Now, we're not going to be exactly navigating here because this website no longer works. So it's been taken down. I don't know if it's because I was showing it or not, but whatever the case, the info behind it still exists. So we're going to add space and add alternative. Now, you know what, let's copy this and go to Google. Copy. Google. Paste. And we can go. And there we go. Now, if you have any overviews, ignore them. There is literally only one that is useful usually, which is Streamio. There we go. Everything else is just an awful recommendation. But in any kind of Reddit link where it kind of goes over these things, you'll be able to find a list of different things right here. So you can see we have a couple of websites that we can navigate, and they all work the same way, which is show content on a web browser for free without ever needing an account, which, hey, pretty damn good, I would say. And because it's on a browser, you can always capture a screenshot or record a screen in it without any kind of problem. So that basically solves the problem of some garbage application trying to decide if you're going to be able to record something or not because it pleases to or not. And like I mentioned, you're not responsible for their piracy problems. This isn't on you. You're paying them, not the other way around. So you shouldn't care. And I do also want to say this feature in itself isn't bad as a bad feature. It is designed to protect the privacy and security of the user. And as a, for instance, example of a bank application, which does this, if you imagine that maybe you have some kind of malware on your device that is trying to use screenshots or screen recordings to get to know your PINs or passwords to your bank, you can imagine how that would be very bad for you. Now, when you open up said application, bank app, and you put in your PINs, if such a malware exists, it just cannot see anything. Just like we couldn't see on that recording Netflix, nor can the malware see your bank application. So that's basically the point of it. Now, in any case, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Welcome. In this video, I will share some performance tracks and also show the gameplay tests on VIVO Y21D. Okay, so the first performance track for gaming is removing your device's protective case for the time that you're gaming, because it will improve your device's heat dissipation and will cause your device to overheat less during your session. So once we've done that, let's go to settings and let's make sure that we get as much as we can from our device. To do that, first let's go to RAM and storage and make sure that we use all the extended RAM that we can. So to extend your RAM, switch the toggle to the right, and this will add 4 GB of virtual RAM to our device. Then we can go to Ultra Game Mode. and make sure that the game's sidebar is enabled, because it will let us increase the performance of the smartphone. You can also check the supported games list and make sure to switch the toggle next to the game where you want to have the sidebar enabled. We also have some additional features like esports mode and off-screen autoplay, but they don't affect the performance, rather the way that you're playing your device. So esports mode will basically block all the stuff that can distract you during your gameplay session. And now let's check any game on our smartphone. So the first game will be the PUBG Mobile. And as the game is starting, let me open the sidebar from the top left corner of the screen. Here we want to go to Performance panel, and we want to boost our performance. So let's select Boost right here. We can also force refresh rate to be higher than possible. So let's do that. Why not? And that's pretty much it. So from now on, let's test the game itself. Let me just increase the brightness so you can see the game better. I think I did it too much. And yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the FPS meter. I've seen some FPS meter on the Google Play Store, but they are all unreliable, and they basically show you what you want to see and not what really is happening on the screen. So let's go to settings here, and let's check the graphics settings that we have currently set. So graphics, we have better graphics. I can't enable Ultra HDR on this smartphone, probably because of the RAM amount, but everything else is set to better graphics, so hopefully it will be good enough. Now let's see how the smartphone can handle this game right after the in-game ads that are just countless. No, I don't want to purchase, thanks. Okay, let's start an unranked match. Okay, so the game is preloading. So it takes some time for the game to preload, but after a couple of seconds, everything seems to be working well. Okay, so we are starting. Okay, so you can see that the amount of RAM, 4 GB of RAM memory, really shows as the textures take their time to preload, even when we're playing the intro scene. Okay. So right now everything seems to be smooth. Now let's jump to the ferry pier. Okay. The phone itself is already kind of hot. I would say that it's warmer than usual, but I think that after an hour it will be just like a hot pan. So it's slightly freezing, but still comfortable enough for mobile gaming, I think. Unless you're a professional. If you're a professional PUBG player, then I think you would want to reduce the graphics if you wanted smoother gameplay. Okay, so right now we can definitely see some freezes. Let's grab the car. It's actually great that I spotted one, because we can see how well the smartphone handles movement along the map, where you want to constantly draw new textures on the way. And as you can see, well, the graphics definitely look good on smartphone screen. The performance could be better. So the phone is freezing slightly, so I don't even know if there was a purpose in enabling 90 Hz refresh rate. I don't think that this forcing actually did something useful in our case. I would say we have like around 30 FPS or something. Okay, hopefully we'll meet other players at some point. Maybe here in the ruins. Oops, I accidentally did some damage to myself. Okay, so my verdict is that the game is fine for casual gaming, but not enough for competitive. style. Maybe the energy drink will help me out with my damage issue. No. Okay, I have some, I see some peels. Oh, okay, I can see some player behind me. I presume that was a bot. Kind of feels this way. Okay, so let's not make this forever. Let's switch the game. So I guess you've seen enough of PUBG Mobile. Let's switch to Asphalt right now. The Asphalt Legends, of course. Let me just wipe the screen. Okay, and let's adjust the settings. And since it's the only game where I haven't done that. Okay, so game settings, graphics. Hopefully we'll get some better quality. Okay, so we have high quality. And we're gonna increase the frame rate. Let's also increase everything else. Okay, and I guess we're gonna have to restart the game to apply them, all the settings. I'm leveling up though, I haven't started playing. And I can't, yes, I'm gonna have to restart the game. Okay, let's do that. And while the game is starting, let's open the sidebar. And let's make sure that the performance mode is enabled. And as you can see, it is. We also have the higher refresh rate enabled. So let's see how this game runs on the smartphone. Although I'm gonna have to turn off the music because far as I know, it's protected. Okay. So here we go. The graphics don't seem to be the best, but the game feels pretty stable for now. So as you can see, we can comfortably play Asphalt Legends on this smartphone. I don't think there's anything more to see, really. So let's move forward to the following game, and the following game will be the Call of Duty. And Call of Duty itself doesn't support the highest possible graphics settings. We can only use medium, and I have already set the game to be played at medium settings. I'm just gonna show you it in a moment, but basically this game doesn't allow too much customization for this particular device. Therefore, we're gonna have to get used to the medium graphics. Okay, let's close. Let's go to settings. It's not settings. Audio and graphics. And as you can see, we can only use either medium or low settings. So I'm gonna use medium settings. And let's start a quick play. Let's try multiplayer. And let's start a new game. Okay, let's download the map. Oh, we actually have the HD resources pack. Okay, so in such case, let's download it, and I'm gonna return to you once the download is finished. Okay, so I downloaded the HD resources pack. However, this didn't affect my graphics settings. I just restarted the game, but still I cannot enable anything about medium graphics, although it seems to me that the graphics have improved, although I may be mistaken. But let's start the match and let's see how it goes. Okay, let's select the loadout. Looks good. I think I might want to increase brightness a bit. And as you can see, the game runs pretty smoothly. Oops, someone is shooting at me. Okay, so you can pretty comfortably play this game on the smartphone, so from my experience so far. I'm not sure what graphics are enabled, but I feel that those are not maximum for sure. I feel like the game lacks shadows, like it majorly lacks shadows, basically no shadows of players. It all looks like an indie game from early 2000s. So as you can see, the game plays very comfortably on this smartphone. Okay, so I feel like we almost won the game. So let's finish it. Oh. So that's it. Now you've seen everything yourself. So be the judge. Tell us what you think about this smartphone's performance in the comments. If you like this video, consider subscribing to our channel, leaving us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.